I'm having me some turkey and gravy soda for Thanksgiving. How's that sound?
All right. I had the ability to do. I'd take you out here right now and kick your goddamn teeth in.
Mo Howard, the monkey bastard,
Absolutely.
has a very bulbous nose. When he gets raked or plastered, the veins on his nose will glow. Everybody hates him, except a handful of homos. Sport holes who tolerate his crappy morning show that blows. One day the well-dressed Greg Reed asked Mo gentilely,
my CTS needs a new headlight. Would you mind if I borrowed your veins tonight?
There's another line that goes here.
Hello, George.
But I'm not allowed to mention liquids or fluids. Mo Howard, mocky bastard, nasty, cranky bit turkey.
10:01 at 560. Don't answer the phone now, whatever you do, Josh. Is Josh there today?
Yes, he is.
I'm assuming he is. His armpits are still a little on the moist side from the last couple of days. A lot of pressure there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of pressure, especially the last couple of people that have sat in that chair haven't fared too well. Oh, one in particular. So if Josh is lying on the floor with his feet straight up in the air, you'll understand. Maybe he had too much turkey and gravy soda. So we'll just do a screenless today, because look at that. See, the guy started... This is great. The guy started on line 6, and now he's over on my favorite line 9, QAM.
When am I going to die?
All right.
Happy Thanksgiving! Oh, he's the best. Isn't he the best?
I love him.
He's no Reverend Jones, though. I bet you we could get Reverend Jones on there in like 5 seconds or less, don't you think?
It's a little early for him.
No way. It's never too early on this show for Reverend Jones, our close personal friend. You just have a bug up your ass about him. You just, you know.
No, he
I mean, when you're defending
11.
Woody, when you're telling me before the show today that Woody is like in a different category.
He's a piker, yeah.
They're all the
Reverend
same.
Jones.
They're all the same. This could be him right here. WQM, Reverend Jones line.
You're gay.
Not good.
No.
Not good. Anyway, I don't know what it is. Before the show, I was like a little bit down. I don't know why. And then the sun came out here, and it's all the way up to like 38 degrees. It's toasty, eh?
Maybe it was Down syndrome.
Is that what it was? I could have that.
An extra
And then, of course, I heard the Mo, but I think that perked me up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Hearing Mo get his ass ripped and then varicose veins popping all over the place on Greg's headlight. Anyway, yesterday we asked which Democratic contender do you think has got the best chance to beat George Bush in 2004. Now, we didn't ask who you liked the best, although I have a feeling that's what they were saying, you know?
Right.
Which we've done that too many times already. Howard Dean, 405. Howard Dean, when his mean machine, he's doing it so far, 405. General Wesley Clark did pretty good, strong second, 348. After that, it was small potatoes. Nobody can beat Bush, 267, 22.3% of you very defeatist and sad people. Of course, I would assume that maybe 15% are Bush people.
Yeah.
John Kerry, who looks more and more scary as each day goes by with that, like, caved-in face. John Kerry's got 51. Al Sharpton, 40. Dick Gebhardt, 24. John Edwards, 19. Carol Mosley Braun, 15. Jew Lieberman, 13.
Oi!
And Dennis Kucinich, 10 out of 1192, almost 1,200 votes. The saddest thing is they showed, I can't find it anywhere on the web, and please don't send it to me, it's too depressing, if anybody's got it. They showed the latest Gallup poll in Florida, and the Democratic candidate who's doing the best against Bush is Jew Lieberman. Although Bush is leading all of them by about 20 points. So it's, so far, which means that only old Cubans and old Jews are voting in Florida, because certainly dark folks aren't allowed to vote.
Right, not anymore.
Not after the last election. If you're a little bit, they have like a Richter scale, and when you walk into your polling place, if it goes off like that, and it means you're a little bit too dark, you're not allowed to vote. They'll cook some, huh?
They use the brown bag test.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I bet you this is Reverend Jones on line 3. WQAM.
You son of a bitch.
He usually doesn't call till after 11.
He'll be there. You mark my words. We may have a tough time. That was our friend in Coral Gables, allegedly. I don't think they'd let that guy into Coral Gables.
No, he doesn't pass the code.
No, he's out in the code. WQAM, Reverend Jones line. WQAM.
Hey, what's up, Neil?
Yes, sir.
You have to pardon me for not listening to your show lately, but what was the reason that Pharrell got
What
fired?
does that mean?
No, I'm just saying, because I didn't hear about why Pharrell got fired.
Why he got fired?
Yeah.
It's a long story.
Oh, come on, explain it, man.
Potty mouth.
I'll talk
Potty
to you
mouth.
later.
They had two guys sitting on the dump button. They were like dumping every other word. He finally just, after he agreed 500 times not to say this and not to do that, and he kept doing it. Plus,
What do you think about the outdoor hockey game up there?
What do I think about it? It was, he's getting a call from Reverend Jones. It was okay. I hope they don't do it again. It was 25 degrees below zero. It's a desperate attempt to try to goose up a dying league. The National Hockey League is really dying on the vine. The crowds are sparse at best in most of the places around the league, and it's sad. Game is very boring, and they keep Gary Bettman's an asshole, and they keep talking about opening it up, and we're going to enforce the rules, and they don't. And it's like a lot of clutching and grabbing. That's why I had that scoreless tie, Rangers and Carolina, a couple of nights ago, but that must be really exciting. Wow. I mean, Tampa Bay and Carolina. Nothing could be finer than to get rid of Carolina. I mean, there are just too many teams that don't need to exist, like the Panthers, for example. There's no reason. They got a game tonight, by the way. So don't be negative about it. You're so damn negative. They'll be hosting the New York Rangers tonight. You probably ought to be able to get a really good seat because there's nobody in town. 7:30, we got the Panther preview with 7 Rangers at the Panthers, 7:30. And then we also got Hurricane basketball after that. In the Las Vegas tourney, Hurricanes against Bradley. Ready for that?
Huh?
Quirky turkey and gravy soda selling well. Seattle company makes Thanksgiving-themed turkey and gravy soda, and people are gobbling it up. The new turkey and gravy soda tastes, well, pretty much like you'd imagine it says here. This is ABC News. But that's not stopping people from buying it. Even the producers of the Thanksgiving-themed beverage at Jones Soda Company were surprised by the demand. They sold out all 6,000 bottles online within about 2 hours last week. Online. To be honest, we really didn't think so many people would want it, said Michelle Whitehead, marketing assistant at the Seattle-based premium soda company that has a reputation for quirky flavors. Founder and CEO Peter Van Stoke, a good Dutchman, dreamed up the seasonal flavor on a lark, but admits he can't stomach an entire bottle. The liquid's ominous. I love it. The liquid's ominous, murky brown color accurately warns consumers about the taste. The first sip brings a mix of sweet caramel and savory lard, and it's downhill from there. Savory lard.
It's described that way.
A limited number of turkey and gravy sodas will be available in stores around Seattle and Olympia for the suggested retail price of 99 cents. A few entrepreneurs are selling theirs on eBay. By Tuesday, the bidding was up to $63 for a 2-bottle set. The company, founded in 1966, plans to donate proceeds from sales of turkey and gravy soda to the Toys for Tots charity, and Van Stoke said he'll personally match the donation. Wasn't that nice of him? So if you're really lucky, you can go online on eBay and get some turkey and gravy soda. Like I said, the beauty of it is it looks and smells and feels the same going in as it does coming out.
Might assume it's carbonated because it's called soda.
California priest, victim, agreed a $16 million deal. This is a panic. This is hysterical. A Roman Catholic priest has agreed to pay $16 million to settle a lawsuit filed by a man who said he was molested more than 20 years ago, the victim's lawyer said yesterday. The priest has agreed to pay $16 million. Whether the Reverend Robert Freitas, 58, has the money was unclear. We might think highly unlikely, right? Additionally, the Roman Catholic Diocese of Oakland agreed to pay $1 million plus $50,000 to provide counseling for the victim, Mark Bogdanowicz. He's pleased that both the diocese and the priest have acknowledged what was done to him, said Bogdanowicz's lawyer, Larry Drivon. The settlement was reached Monday, concluding a civil trial that began November 10th. Diocese spokeswoman Sister Barbara Flannery. How come they're always Irish? Sister Barbara Flannery said the diocese insurer will pay the $1 million to the victim. As far as the $16 million from the priest, forget about it. Freitas, an inactive cleric, will not resume ever any kind of ministry in the church, Flannery said. Bogdanowicz, 38, is a former Navy SEAL and Gulf War veteran, also worked in the airline industry. The alleged abuse occurred several times in 1979 when Bogdanowicz was 15 and Freitas was serving at Santa Paula Catholic Church in Fremont. Bogdanowicz first told his mother, Yamama, about the abuse in 2001, some 22 years later. Freitas was arrested in 2002 following a police investigation. He later pleaded guilty to one count of child molestation and was sentenced to 6 months in prison. There you go, just another isolated incident. Speaking of child molesters, how's Michael doing? That Mark Geragos, man, what an asshole, you know?
Yeah.
All spin all the time. See, this is the new deal now. We haven't even got the charges yet, and of course it isn't going to be till at least December 15, because there are so many more things to investigate, evidently. People are coming forward from all over the place, and some of them might even be legitimate. But his hysteria about that videotape that was made on that private Lear jet that they rented in Vegas to fly Michael to California. And we're going to come down like a ton of bricks on anybody who besmirches Michael and tries to exploit and make money from this. Just hysterical. And of course, besmirching the hell out of the family of the accuser. And she stole a freight train, and the kid was a shoplifter. We had that story yesterday. And about how they sued J.C. Penney's. Of course, the difference being that they won $137,000 from J.C. Penney's, so maybe they had something legit there, possibly. But that's always the deal. And just like the broad, you notice every tabloid, which maybe you don't look at them, but every tabloid now has got wild headlines about the accuser in the Kobe rape case.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she did this and she did that, and now she's in rehab and detox, and she's hanging out with Rush and popping oxys like crazy, and she had sex 45 times in the hour before Kobe allegedly did the rape, and he never stole a freight train, so what's not to like, you know?
She was a drunken slut, and...
There you go. Just like Robert Blake's wife that you got sucked into that so easy. You know, she was a piece of trash, trailer trash crap,
she had it
and
coming.
The bitch had it coming. I think that's just going to be it. Of course, in Michael's case, maybe a little bit different, but all these other cases where women get, like Chandra Levy.
Right.
All Gary Condon had to do was to cut it off at the pass by saying, hey, guess what? The bitch had it coming.
Right.
And America would have, the men certainly would have said, all right.
She was ugly anyway.
She was grotesque.
Mm-hmm.
She was not nearly as ugly as Monica. Well, she was uglier, but not as fat as Monica Lewinsky. Right. One thing about Bubba, he needs to get thee to an ophthalmologist. Because between Hillary and Monica, man, his taste in women leaves a little... At least the Kennedys had good taste, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
They were after, what was Giancana's girlfriend's name?
I don't know.
Come on, let's go. You can do it. Exner, Judith Campbell Exner.
Oh, okay.
And Marilyn Monroe and some hot babes.
They had some
but
hot...
Bubba, I mean, if you're gonna get impeached based on blowjobs, at least get him from somebody who looks pretty good, like, Janet Reno.
Well, he did that. Elizabeth Graken, she was, Miss Canada or something like
Elizabeth
that.
Graken?
Something like that.
12 minutes past 10 at 5:60. Happy holidays to you from all your good, close, personal friends at WQAM, if you have any. And what did that first guy say? Oh, something about why Pharrell got fired. He's coming back. I think he's coming back, don't you?
No.
Come on.
Somewhere.
Do you think?
Sure, somewhere.
I'm surprised he hasn't popped up somewhere already. Maybe it's just a ruse, huh? Maybe we're just diddling with the audience's emotions out there. Who the hell knows? Hey, I'll tell you one thing I know, and that's Shelley Bloom's Fashion Clothiers are doing it right because they've been around for a long time in the same location. 40 years in that same great location serving the men of South Florida. They're at 2650 Northwest 5th Avenue in the Miami Fashion District. And at Shelley Bloom's, you'll find the best fine men's clothing, suits, sport coats. They got it all. Slacks, dress and sport shirts, ties, and one of the biggest selection of designer shoes anywhere in town. Shelley's got beautiful Italian slack Super 120s in 15 colors for only $60. And I guarantee you Shelley don't have no checkered pants either. Giorgio Armani suits that sell from $13.95 to $15.95 or only $795 at Shelley Bloom's Fashion Clothiers. Shelley even offers a fantastic, unbeatable selection of Italian suits starting at an amazingly low $225 each. There are 3 ingredients that answer the question, how did Shelley stay in business in the same location all those years? Service, selection, and price. Unbeatable. That's why over 40 years he's been in that same spot, and it'll never change. The selection is fantastic. Alterations are always free, and with thousands of suits in stock up to size 70, you're always going to be sure you'll find exactly what you need. So stop overspending at the malls, especially during the holidays, and make the trip to Shelley Bloom's in the heart of the Fashion District in prestigious Miami. Open Monday through Saturday, 9:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. If you have questions or want to compare price, just give Shelley a call, 305-573-5890. That's 305-573-5890. Tell them that fat old slob Neil told you to call. Shelley Bloom's Fashion Clothiers, believe you me, it's worth the trip.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
All right.
I was standing there one day, not thinking I would die from being able to make do-do. I should never eat McDonald's. A Big Mac must be trapped inside my bowels. How can you die from infected thoughts? Let these butcher doctors in. Now my heart stopped. You schmucks at cyanide tore my intestines out. I guess I should have known what to expect living in Miami with the kind of service you get in this town. I would hack and leave tomorrow if I didn't eat that crab I swallowed. Why can't you lend me some chocolate? Why can't you losers get it right? My bowels were blocked inside my hiney. Can't make my turds go out.
Congratulations to the butchers at Mount Sinai over there on Miami Beach for doing a beautiful job on Morris Gibb. Won't see him no more.
Well, if you have
Take it from me, because I had my own gallbladder experience at Mount Sinai. Don't go there, okay, unless they, like, drag you and you can't find a way out. Just don't go to Mount Sinai. In fact, don't go to any hospital. Unless you're ready to check out, don't go to the hospital. You're going to be amazed at this story, I guarantee you.
Okay.
This is Ahmedabad.
Excuse me?
India. Ahmedabad, India. Holy man claims not to have eaten for 68 years.
Yeah.
Listen to this. An Indian man who claims divine inspiration says he has survived 68 years without eating, drinking, or relieving himself, baffling doctors who are unable to prove I'm just tongue-tied from this, unable to prove him an imposter. Prahlad Johnny. Here's Johnny. A 76-year-old whose extraordinary tale is one of a small band of devotees accepted a dare and underwent round-the-clock surveillance at a hospital in Ahmedabad, the commercial capital of the western state of Gujarat. Clad in his trademark red sari, bangles, and nose ring, identifying him as a follower of the goddess Ambaji, Mr. Johnny managed to puzzle the Sterling Hospital's 400 doctors. Neurologist Sudhir Shah said Mr. Johnny was under watch for 10 days with closed-circuit camera running, and the doctors were convinced he didn't break any of his vows.
Or any wind.
Well, I wouldn't think so.
Maybe he's a recyclotron.
However, there was no way of verifying whether he had pulled it off for 68 years or pulled it at all.
Yeah.
He didn't pull it while they were watching. At the end of his confinement, doctors noted no deterioration of his condition other than a slight drop in his weight. Yeah. He has evidence of the formation of urine, which was reabsorbed on his bladder wall. The medical committee does not have any scientific explanation. According to the BBC, Mr. Johnny spends most of his time in a cave near the Ambaji Temple in Gujarat State. He spent his 10 days in the hospital in a specially prepared room with a sealed-off toilet and constant video surveillance. To help the doctors verify his claims, he agreed to avoid bathing for the duration. That must have smelled good. And the only fluid he was allowed was a small amount of water to use as a mouthwash. 100 milliliters of water were given to him and then collected and measured out in a beaker when he spat it out. A statement from Ahmedabad's Association of Physicians said that even though no water entered his body, urine nonetheless appeared to form in his bladder only to be reabsorbed by the bladder walls. Mr. Johnny claims his condition is due to a hole in his palate. Drops of water filter through this hole, keeping him alive. He said he's never fallen ill and can continue to live like this, said one of his followers. Mr. Johnny said he realized at age 8 that he had been blessed. Aren't we blessed down here? He wears the vermilion tika mark on his forehead, more often than seen on married Hindu women. Well, it goes into a big song and dance about that, which we don't care. What's that? So there you go. There's a guy who doesn't eat anything, and they got a picture of him here, and he's a little on the slim side, I would say.
I heard he's going to write a diet book.
I'll guarantee you one thing, if he moves to Boston, he won't be buying no red grapes.
Maybe you can smell them.
Heidi Waite went to the store for grapes. She came back home with a poisonous pet.
Huh?
Waite was feeding red seedless grapes to her 1.5-year-old daughter this weekend when their father stopped her cold. A black widow spider, the most dangerous type of spider in the U.S., was nestled in the bunch of fruit. Waite didn't panic. She put the arachnid in her children's bug jar and kept it there ever since. I couldn't come to terms with killing it, she said. Waite of Boylston, Mass., purchased the California grapes last week at a Shaw supermarket in Shrewsbury. She said she wanted to get the word out to ensure that others would be cautious with their grapes. Yeah, don't squeeze your grapes too hard. In response to venomous discoveries by Waite and another customer who bought grapes at a different store, Shaw Supermarkets, a unit of Britain's J. Sainsbury PLC, said it would increase the inspection of fruit at the stores and sell the grapes loose instead of in bags. As a result of the growers' efforts to reduce the use of pesticides in the industry, the possibility of finding an insect or spider exists. The current problem of black widow spiders is limited to red grapes because currently they're harvested. How do you like that? The black widow spider's venom, by the way, is usually not fatal to humans because only a little tiny minute amount is transmitted, but the bite is extremely painful. Following that?
Okay.
In other words...
When you touch it, it hurts.
Right. Well, I got a lot of stuff here today, you know. We'll intersperse a few calls, because it's the holidays. Nobody in town. We don't want to put a lot of pressure on the audience. All I will challenge you. I guarantee you Reverend Jones will call in before 11. WQAM.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes.
How you doing, Neil?
Pretty good, sir.
Hey, look, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know how to get your CD. The best of 2003.
We have a phone number you can call.
Okay.
Got a pencil, pen?
Yes, sir.
Write a piece of chalk. 305.
All right.
What's that number, George?
650.
650.
0156.
0156.
0156. Thanks a lot, Neil. Keep up.
Okay, thank you, and have a great holiday.
Or you can go
there
to
you go.
NeilRogers.com or listen for a Van Hit
Well, I'm
near you.
assuming he maybe don't have a computer. That's why he's asking. If he had NeilRogers.com, if he had a PC, he'd already see it on there. And I hope a lot of people out at the holidays are here because we're really slow this year. All the charities are having a bitch of a time because the economy is so good. Oh, yeah, but we've turned a corner, baby. Make no mistake about it. Just in time for the president to be reelected. Just like that Medicare scam. In fact, things are going so good, the Dow's down 2 points. Although the NASDAQ's up a couple of points, 8 point whatever the hell is. What did that say about the euro? I missed it. Damn it. American dollar is worth about nothing. A few cents. Anyway, MSNBC cancels Buchanan and Press. Your favorite, Pat Buchanan.
Mm-hmm.
Former presidential candidate Pat Buchanan has lost his regular perch on MSNBC. Maybe he can run for president again so you idiots in Palm Beach County can vote for Pat Buchanan instead of for Howard Dean. The news network said yesterday it was canceling the political talk show Buchanan and Press, which paired two CNN Crossfire alumni in Buchanan and Bill Press. Both men will continue to be contributors to MSNBC, said Eric Sorensen, the network's president. And I will say this, since that was the only good show on the entire network, they might as well just shut it down. Legal correspondent Dan Abrams, the Abrams report will move from prime time to fill the 6 p.m. Eastern slot that Buchanan and Press occupied. Is Jesse Ventura still on? Do we know? I mean, I know they finally shoved him on there. I mean, I saw one show was embarrassing, and I don't even know if he's still on. Is he?
I don't know.
I'll be damned. I guess I can. Let's see. I can go to my guide on my cable here. Let's see. 133 is MSNBC, and I'll go during the break on the guide. Oh, there's Tammy Faye.
Tried and convicted and have to serve whatever sentence he has to serve. But if he's not guilty, this will be with him the rest of his life, no matter what he does.
Wow. Man, she's got enough makeup on to choke a stallion. Wow. She is just a piece of work, ain't she? And, of course, you know who's a big fan of Tammy Faye, don't you?
Yes,
that freak that we got sitting out in front, Freaky Carlos.
Yeah.
Birds of a feather act freaky together. Plus, I think they got the same gynecologist.
Same makeup artist.
10:27 at 560 WQAM. Hey, I'll tell you one thing. When you wake up in the morning, there's a warning. If you don't feel good, if your back is out of shape, the answer is your mattress has probably had it. Even the best mattresses in the world don't last forever. So if your mattress is bumpy and lumpy and just finito, here's the answer. Make that one simple call. Certainly you ought to know by now. We've been talking about it for a coon's age. Call 1-800-MATTRESS. Dial a mattress. 1-800-MATTRESS. And when you talk to these people, you don't have to go schlepping around town looking for a good deal because they give you the best deals in the world. No phony promises, no bait and switch, just unbeatable discount prices every day on the top name brands in the universe, now including even Stearns and Bananas Foster. And as far as delivery is concerned, who ever heard of this? You pick the 2-hour window when you want them to show up, and they actually do show up on time. Like 8 in the morning till 10 at night, any 2-hour window in between. You pick it, they're there 7 days a week. And they take away the crappy old smelly bedding and set up your brand new one at no extra charge. So you put together this combination, you have to be a lunatic to get you a mattress anyplace else. Honest sales practices, fantastic service, unbeatable everyday low prices, same-day delivery when you want, and free setup and removal. All of these things make Dial a Mattress #1 in the world in customer satisfaction. So call them right now. You could be having a new mattress there today in time for the holidays. Call toll-free 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRES, or online it's mattress.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Did he chuck it or did he cock it?
Just take Exhibit A off the shelf. Might be easier if he killed himself. That little scumbag won't get no parole. It's time to deep fry Lee Boyd Malvo.
Yes.
They got injections that are lethal. People are waiting for them on death row. But I don't I say we deep fry Leroy Malvo.
You're gay.
Let's have the deep fry Leroy Malvo. Cook him up just like a fillet of soul. Maybe go tie him to a telephone pole. It's time to deep fry Leroy Malvo.
Absolutely.
10:32 at 560. Not a bad way to go. Deep fry Lee Boyd Malvo, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
Save us a lot of grief. The poll is already up there. I didn't realize that.
Oh,
I just voted. Just for anything, just to get it going, and there's a bunch of votes on there already. The reason I'm doing that is that last Tuesday, the American Film Institute unveiled 400 songs vying to be the favorite music in films as part of its 100-year series of annual events spotlighting the film history. Well, they got to do something because it's the American Film Institute, so they got to do something, right?
Oh yeah.
And we've had so many of that, 100 years, 100 movies, and all these other movie lists and all that crap. So now they're doing the best songs for movies. So why the hell not do it? Now, we're not going to have 400. Are we?
Maybe.
No.
It's early.
No, we got a list that we started with today, and then, of course, you can add to it. We'll give you something to do. I wonder if that's Reverend Jones on line 3 or 4, whatever that is. Is this Reverend Jones?
You son of a...
No, it's him. Only once per day, asshole. Only once a day. See, he's out of control now, that one. What is the all-time best song from a movie? Now, we got a list so far, 3, 6, 9, 11. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Judy Garland. Come on, Judy, have another drink. Pop another Oxy.
You think she was doing oxys?
No.
I thought it was just uppers and downers.
Oh.
Over the rainbow.
I saw Judy Garland live in 1956 at the, where was it? In New York.
Mm-hmm.
At the, place. What the hell was the name of that place? Music Hall, Music City.
Radio City Music Hall?
Radio City, very good. Radio City Music Hall. I already told you this a million times. Judy Garland, she was great. And Senior Wences was the lead-in. I think there were a couple of other. Huh? Sarai. He's dead. And she's dead. She's very dead. And then, of course, she left us a legacy of great music and Liza Minnelli, proving that nothing is perfect. Because I want to tell you something. If there's anybody, that's a good poll. Well, we've already done a lot of those, but she just bothers the crap out of me. I don't know who bothers me the most. Rosie O'Donnell, Liz Taylor, that professional fag hag, and Liza Minnelli, that's another one, professional fag hag. Oh, by the way, when she was asked last Friday what she had to say about Michael, she had no comment. She said, give me another drink.
She didn't used to bother me.
Who, Liza?
Yeah, like in the Cabaret, that movie and all that.
All that jazz?
Right.
Why not?
But she grew on me like a fungus.
No, but see, she has and had her mother's neuroses without the talent. Mm-hmm. See, it's one thing if you're really neurotic, but you have tremendous talent. Like Elvis, for example. He was like popping all them pills, and he was like a basket case, and fat, and cheeseburgers. But he was talented. Judy Garland was a great talent, had a wonderful voice, great entertainer, but she was neurotic as hell, had all kinds of problems, nervous breakdowns every couple of weeks. She was kind of like, a little like Joan Crawford, you know? Only not quite as butch and had better shoulder pads. So here's the short list. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, The Way We Were, which I sure hope, I can't, there's another one.
Yeah.
That's a good list. Barbara Streisand, another female that bothers the crap out of me. She just bugs me with her crossed eyes and her big mouth.
Big nose.
Staying Alive from Saturday Night Fever, Staying Alive. Morris Gibb was trying to stay alive, and then they sent him to Mount Sinai. Bad move, Brothers Gibb. Bad idea. I don't want to miss a thing. That was Aerosmith from that space from Armageddon.
Right.
Old-time rock and roll, which it seems to me, I could be wrong, but it seemed... Yeah, how do you like that?
Good one.
Is that incredible or what? Tom Cruise from when he was dancing naked in his underwear when a lot of people still liked him from that movie, Don't Tell Me. Risky Business.
Yes.
Boy, my mind is sharp today, man.
I'm telling you.
One Tin Soldier. That was George's idea, One Tin Soldier, so
I have
attack
it in
him
here
for
somewhere,
doing that.
but I can't find it.
I bet you Reverend Jones is online, too, here. WQAM, hello.
Hey, I'd like to talk to Neil, please.
Speaking.
Neil.
Yes.
Eye of the Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger is good.
All right.
Excellent. Thank you. Yeah, I like that, don't you?
No.
You don't like the Eye of the Tiger?
No.
It's great in your wonton soup, man.
Oh, man.
It'll make your nads get all swelled up.
80s, boy.
As time goes by, you must remember this. Remember that as time goes by? Play it again,
Sure.
Sam? Casablanca, right? With Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah, but
and,
he didn't say play it again, Sam.
I know he didn't say that. That's not the point. White Christmas, Bing Crosby. I'm dreaming, which inspires me to play like White Christians and all them other good Boca Brian bits we got today in honor of the holidays.
White Christians, I think, is KJ.
Is what?
KJ.
Like I said, play all them KJ bits today. And then, of course, I want to make sure you understand which one we're talking about. Godfather or... talking about the love theme. Okay, oh, I said theme, I'm sorry. The love from the Godfather. Don't say theme, because then we'll have theme songs from every movie like Star Wars and Star Schmeckle and stuff like that.
What's he saying?
He said, no tengo piejo en la punta, but in your mama. Now, I'm trying to remember where the hell I got that from. That wasn't the one from the movie, right?
That was from the Godfather. Oh, I know. You brought that back from Italy or something like that.
I did?
Or John.
Because I also had Luis Miguel singing that, too. Remember that?
Right. But
No. He wasn't singing that. He was singing some Italian song, Italiano. And we also had Enrique singing Italiano. Hey, I don't care what language you're singing, Enrique. You look okay to me. We got White Christmas, Godfather theme. Oh, Il Padrino. Don't say theme. Moon River from Breakfast at Tiffany's with the great Audrey Hepburn. She's still dead. Day by Day.
Oh, dear Lord.
No, that was your suggestion,
right.
Not mine.
Godspell.
I had the Tiger. And then now, you know what came to my mind during the break? Oh, and guess what? During the last break, I looked up for Jesse Ventura on MSNBC and didn't see his name on my program guide. So maybe they gave him like one or two shows and they figured, okay, Jesse, go get some new material and call us back in a couple of years when you think you can do another show. I mean, I like Jesse Ventura, but not everybody's a talk show host. Trust me, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There's a good example for you. Oh, boy. Not everybody's a talk show host, although Jesse Ventura we like a lot better than Mo.
Absolutely.
In fact, we like anybody better than Mo, even Barbara Streisand, even Liza Minnelli. A movie that had great music, and I can't think of the names of any of the songs, damn it, even though my mind is very sharp, like a matzo ball. Fame.
Right.
Wasn't the music great in Fame? Because who wants to go to an effing dance school anyway, Leroy?
What do you call that?
That was a great movie.
It was all right.
Wicked. It was all right? You didn't think Fame was a damn good movie?
I liked it fine. It was a little campy.
Let me ask you this question. What's not to like?
It was a little gay.
Get out of here because there was one faggot there. Let me ask you, do you think in a school like the Juilliard School of Music or whatever that was supposed to be,
it was a musical.
You think there's like only one gay student in there?
It was a musical, you see.
Oh,
so
man. It was not a musical. It was not a musical. It was a story. It was definitely not a musical.
Did
Just
they
because
break out in song?
No, see, you're wrong.
And at the cafeteria?
No, you're wrong. See, I'm glad you used that expression. In a musical, all of a sudden, like Donald O'Connor or Judy Garland, they break out in song, and Gene Kelly. Mm-hmm. That's a musical. Julie Andrews. But this was not that kind of the songs in here were all part of the ongoing story.
Lunchroom Jam.
Well, they were just jamming.
Jamming, yeah.
They were jamming on it. Anyway, I like my favorite line from that movie, besides nobody wants to go to an effing dance school, was when the instructor was showing him how to hold the bow on a violin.
Right.
And he said, hold it with respect.
Right.
He said, like my ballpoint pen?
Live and local. We're Sports Radio
like
560 QAM.
And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. We just hate you more than you will know.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't be so crass, Mrs. Robinson. You better think about the things you say. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Sitting on a sofa Tuesday evening in the den. There you go, saying over things again. Look around you, all you see are daggers in their eyes. All they want is just a chance to win the loot. Here's your surprise, Mrs. Robinson. The viewers know the weakest link is you. You. What's that you say, Mrs. Robinson?
Who is it that needs to be dispatched without delay?
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
How do you like that? Just send me that fax and there it is. Somebody says, how about from The Graduate, Mrs. Robinson? There you go. You want it? You got it. It's on there. Somewhere Over the Rainbow's got 18 votes. Votes are coming in already, even though the list has got a long way to go. As time goes by, 15. The best song from the movies of all time. Stayin' Alive, 14. I like it. White Christmas, 14. And by the way, White Christians was Boca Brian. White Neighbor is KJ.
I'm confused.
Got it?
Got it.
Il Padrino, Godfather, 11. The Way We Were is 7. Old Time Rock and Roll, 5. One Tin Soldier, 5. How sad.
If I
ever hear it again, it'll be much, much too soon.
Oh, I can't find it.
I don't want to miss a thing. Aerosmith, 4. Eye of the Tiger's got a pair. Moon River's got 1. So we're building it. As the Film Institute looks at 100 years of movie music. How about some of the music from the silent movies? When they used to tinkle on the piano. Didn't you love that?
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of tinkling, we got to get Reverend Jones on before 11. WQAM.
How about Everybody's Talking from Midnight Cowboy?
That was excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have a great holiday.
You too.
Bye-bye. But that's not the name of the song, though, is it?
I don't know. Sing a few bars.
Everybody's talking about Nilsson?
Mm-hmm. That might be it.
No. Was that it?
I'm playing it in my head.
Everybody's talking. I'll put it down as that, but I'm not really sure that's the name of the song. I know the song she's talking about. Midnight Cowboy. Now, do you realize... Oh, and I'm glad she mentioned Midnight Cowboy. You want to know why?
Why?
There's another example. Now, you saw it, right?
Yes.
Why?
A long time ago. I don't
Why?
know. Because it was on. I was somewhere and it was on.
Yeah. See, this is a guy that won't watch Talented Mr. Ripley because it's a fag movie, but he watched Midnight Cowboy, which is a hell of a lot faggier than Talented Mr. Ripley will ever be.
I even saw Cruisin' for the same reason.
Oh, jeez.
Like,
Michael Jackson is not a piñata, speaking of fags. That's the word from Michael Jacko's lawyer who unleashed a blistering attack yesterday. Oh, and I do want to say this before I forget. Because I got a real big pile of crap here. Can you smell it? And I told you this before, I did watch Larry King again last night. I'm embarrassed to admit it, because he had his panel on there, and he had Geragos' brother on there who's on a case, and he had this one and that one. They showed some clips from 1993, from the first go-around on this. See, at first, also, how come nobody is saying, if you pay off somebody $20 million, there's got to be something there?
No. Why would you automatically presume
nobody pays somebody $20 million to go away if it's just total fabrication. $20 million. So anyway, they showed a clip of LaToya who was not reading from a 3x5 card or any prepared speech, and she was just spouting off about what kind of a 35-year-old man sleeps with little boys and sleeps 30 straight nights with the same little kid and weeks with some other little kid. What kind of a 35-year-old man does these things? And she was just foaming at the mouth. Now, of course, they got her on a short leash. That miserable bitch. I just mentioned that in passing. When you wish upon a star. Andrew and Boynton, thank you so much. Happy holidays to Andrew. When you wish upon a star. Got it?
Got it.
Now, what the movie was that from? That was Peter Pan.
Yes.
Was it?
Yes.
Really?
Really. Good one. Speaking of gay.
Kyle's mom is a big fat bitch from South Park, the movie. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. You could even play it.
I could play it if we had time. In fact, how about if I just play like, it's not in here.
Sure it is.
It is? Or maybe it's just under Carl. Yeah, see, this is what bugs me about the way, and I don't want to start in.
Well, cause my bitch is a big fat bitch, she's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world, she's stupid.
But, some stuff is like under South Park, okay? And some stuff is under Silent Slims. Then, and if you can't find it, then you have to go like to Kyle's mom as a,
that's what happens when you have more than one person putting stuff in there, and nobody will listen to your system when you try to tell them. But Josh will.
Who will?
Josh will listen to instructions when I tell him something.
Tuesday to the bitch, and Wednesday to Saturday, she's a bitch. Then on Sunday, just to be different to the super king, Kamehameha, bitch. Have you ever met my bitch? Cause mom, she's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world.
We'll play the whole thing a little later. How about Thanks for the Memories? And what was that? That was a song from a movie?
I was going to ask you that.
A Bob Hope movie, I guess? Thanks for the Memories was a song from a movie?
I thought it was his personal theme song.
It was.
Could have been in a movie.
Yeah, it could have been. Well, see, now we got a problem, because I'm going to have to start looking all this crap up. It's 9 minutes before 11 o'clock, which means we only have 9 minutes to Reverend Jones' deadline. Let me pick one here. Russia. Line 5 could be him. QAM, hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Gonna Fly Now from Rocky.
Now, what about the theme from Rocky?
That is the theme from Rocky.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And have a great day. What is it called?
Gonna Fly Now is the theme from Rocky.
So how do we want to put it down? Nobody's going to know that. Can't we just put down the Rocky theme?
We could put down none of the above.
No, that'll get a lot of votes. A lot of people like that. It's powerful.
We're going into
powerful.
themes. All right, let's do themes then.
Well, what do you mean by that? It's in the movie.
Theme.
It's a movie. So it was a song. You've heard that song. They play it everywhere.
Sure.
Oh, well, you don't go to sporting events, so you don't hear it.
Right.
Okay, they play it everywhere. It's get it on there.
Okay.
Michael Jackson is not a piñata. That's the word from Michael Jackson's lawyer, who unleashed a blistering attack yesterday, vowing to land like a ton of bricks on anyone who besmirches the pop star's reputation and charging that the kid sex rap against Jackson was fueled by money. Michael Jackson is not going to be abused, said a furious Mark Geragos. He's not going to abuse. He'll be the abuser, but he's not going to be abused. Michael Jackson is not going to be slammed. It's not going to be a piñata, he raged during a psychotic L.A. press conference as he went on the offensive. And I can't think of too many people more offensive than Mark Geragos. Taking the gloves off. Oh, brother, there's more plays. This is in the New York Post. Wow. Taking the little Michael Jackson gloves off. And irate Geragos called the Jackson child sex scandal scurrilous accusations and nothing more than an attempt by the accuser's family to shake down the Shane singer for his millions. Right. If that's the case, how come they went to the police and didn't just say, like, hey, let's pass a note to the Jacksons that we want 15, 20 million. We'll take whatever you gave the other family? Doesn't that make sense to you?
Sure, of course it does. All adds up.
Australian Wade Robson, one of the hottest young talents in Hollywood, and they had his picture in this story from the Herald Sun in Australia. Yesterday said he shared a bed with Michael Jackson. The Brisbane dancer, who has a hit TV show in the U.S. and 3-movie directing deal with Disney, said he visited Jackson several times at his Neverland Ranch in California. Now 21, Robson says it was an innocent relationship that began when he was 5 that never involved any sort of abuse. I never had that experience. I hope it never happened to anybody else, he said. Jackson arrested and booked, yada, yada, yada. Robson met the entertainer in 1987 after winning a Jackson dance impersonation contest. Over the years, Robson said Jackson bought him instruments and encouraged him in their friendship that, according to the rising star, was always creatively based. He said, let's work on this. His initial interest in me was because of my dancing. He saw the talent and spark inside me, and all he's ever wanted to do just help my career, he said. Asked if he ever slept in Jackson's bed, Robson said, yeah, but nothing strange happened. Just because there were a lot of kids sleeping in his bed, does that mean anything strange happened?
Yes.
No way. And he had that secret room, what does that mean?
Yes.
You're just paranoid.
That's right. Doesn't prove that anything happened, that he was diddling anybody. He was playing a little rubber. Let's hop in the tubba and give a call to Bubba. See if he wants to partake. Let's see. Somebody says, somewhere over the rainbow, give me a friggin' break. Everybody's talking to me, Midnight Cowboy. Did we just put that on there? Everybody's talking at me or about me?
I don't know. I don't know what I wrote.
Oh. Am I going to have to look these up now?
You might have to.
I'm getting too old to lift it, and the gigantic book, too. Man, this thing is heavy. It's my build. Well, you know, it's not going to be in here. This is not the right book. You want to know why?
Why?
Well, because this is the top 40 book. That never made the top 40. You think?
I wonder if IMDb has information like that.
Everybody dance. Everybody be dancing. Everybody be dancing.
By the way, the song you were thinking about from Fame, the biggest hit was Fame.
Right. Oh, I could never remember that.
I know, it's too hard.
Let's see. Everybody's got to learn sometime. Somebody's fool. Everybody's talking by Nilsson. Didn't I tell you the artist only moments ago?
I think
Nilsson Behelfer, right? Nilsson. Everybody's talking. That's the name of it. Just everybody's talking. Not about, at, in, on. Just everybody's talking.
Just like the lady said, she had it right.
Right. Thank you, sweetheart. Then it says Mrs. Robinson, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly theme song. Oh. No, but that was a hit. See, you don't understand. It was a hit. It was a hit.
So was the Star Wars theme. So were all the other themes that were.
Well, let's look at the question again. What is the all-time best song from a movie? You're wrong.
The Star Wars theme.
If you're wrong, the buzzer's going to go. See, you're wrong.
It was a hit. They played it on the radio independently. The Star Wars.
So why can't we put it on there then?
All right.
Star Wars theme. Are you some kind of like anti-Semite or something? What's wrong with that?
There you go.
I think Luke Skywalker was Jewish. And by the way, he's got a wife and a family. Mark Hamill. All those things you used to say about him. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Hugo Montenegro.
That's right.
Right?
In my country, we have no Negroes.
Right. In my country, we have no Negroes named Hugo. We have Hugo Winterhalter, Canadian Sunset. So, like Lisa, thank you, Lisa. That's Shaft. There you go. That could be the winner, the theme from Shaft. Right?
Right.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. We all love Shaft. I got that.
And Jim says the best and nicest song from a movie, in my view, is the You and Me song. Are we putting Fame on there?
I already stuck it on there, I think.
Did you stick it? The You and Me song by the Wannabies from Romeo and Juliet. What is that?
Never heard of it.
The You and Me song?
Never heard of it. Was that from that fake remake Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo the Lightbulb head?
Yeah, where he was wearing them real super tight tights.
Live and local.
There was nothing there.
This is Sports Radio 560. QAM. In theaters now. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Stooges. Curly Skywalker, Larry 1, Kenobi, and Mo2D2.
Oh, a wise guy.
Oh, a wise guy, eh?
Star Wars, The Phantom Stooges.
I'm a victim of circumstance.
It's 11:01 at 560 WQM. Happy Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Here's one that says, for your pool, best song from a movie. I know it won't get a lot of votes. My all-time favorite would be Burning Bridges from Kelly's Heroes.
Okay.
What?
I saw Kelly's Heroes. I sure don't remember that.
Burning Bridges. Mickey Bridges used to drive at Pompano Park and Seminole Raceway in Orlando. How about adding Beethoven's Ninth from Clockwork Orange? Well, that's...
just because a movie uses a old existing song doesn't.
Come on, Tucker, you can do better than that. Unloosen that bow tie a little bit. It's getting too tight. Now, I noticed that you're trying to rig the poll.
Am I?
Because, contrary to my directions, you put on there, Gonna Fly Now, which at the very least we should have Rocky in parentheses.
That's the name. All right.
That's the name of the song, but nobody knows the name of the song. I mean, da-da-da-da-da-da, you know. That's not the way it goes.
I would put the name of the song on there. Sorry, I was trying to be accurate, not devious.
We don't want to be accurate. This is the Neil Rogers show. We don't care about accurate, do we?
No.
We don't give a flying crap about accurate. We just have a lot of dummies out there. We want them to know what they're voting for. Nobody knows that's the name of the song. The guy that called in did because he's he knows his crap. What?
If they like it, they'll know the name of it.
No, they won't. I don't like it, and I didn't know the name of it either.
See?
Somewhere Over the Rainbow, 27. Godfather, Il Padrino, 19. Oh, it's so Hamish.
So on Eye of the Tiger, should we put in parentheses theme from like Rocky 2 or 3 or whatever that
was? Stayin' Alive, 19. No, because the Eye of the Tiger was a hit song.
I know.
Jesus. K. Christ. Oh, by the way, Jimmy Christ, they got his body in a box. Well, just a box. Stayin' Alive, 19. As Time Goes By, 17. White Christmas, 16. Don't Let Me Forget White Christians by Boca Brian. Eye of the Tiger's got 10. Everybody knows that song. 110 Soldiers got 9. Boy, I'd like to find those people. Man, round them up. Mrs. Robinson, 8. The Way We Were, 7. Old Time Rock and Roll, 6. I would have thought that would have done better. Wouldn't you?
Tired of it. They beat it to death.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Come on, let's hear the beginning of that one more time, Neil. Thank you. Come on. How did Tom Cruise go from being somebody that most everybody liked to such an asshole?
Progress.
I think it was that Scientology thing, don't you?
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
And that fake merge to Nicole Kidman?
That merge?
Let's see. Everybody's talking from Midnight Cowboy. Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. What movie was that from?
They might have used it in a movie. It came out on the album.
Spaceman. David Bowie movie. Spaceman.
Sorry.
Somebody faxed all this crap in here. Oh, I see. This is, oh, brother. What are all of these? What about that awful movie from the Titanic?
That awful song?
That awful song from that awful movie.
My Heart Will Go On by
My
Celine,
Heart Will
by
Go
girl,
On by the
favorite.
obnoxious Canadian Celine Dion. We'd like to ship her out, eh? Anybody want that bitch?
No.
God, do I hate her. See, that's bad. There's just all of these female celebrities, and most of them you don't like. No wonder women are like sucking wind, you know what?
They are?
It's like we were talking the other day about the black leaders, that blacks don't have any leaders. And, of course, look what we got for a president. Whites ain't got no leaders, and women have no leaders. Put a real woman in there, like, Janet Reno. Everybody's talking. Me and my arrow. I guess the Lord must be in New York City. What are we talking? That's also for Midnight Cowboy?
Whatever.
Oh.
I was like 10.
Oh. Well, we can't put all of these on there. We're not going to put 80 songs from the same movie on there. We'll have a list of hundreds and hundreds, and Eric will he'll start shoving food just out of frustration, just shoveling it down before even Thanksgiving Day. By the way, Eric, don't overdo it tomorrow, please, okay? I mean, we don't like you that much, but you've been pretty good lately. Bohemian Rhapsody, let's see, from the movie Wayne's World. Wayne's World, Mike Myers and Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
But
see, and we're getting faxes along the same vein. They're taking movies that take a song that came out 10 or 20 years before.
Right, that's what I was just going to say, because the song originally came out in 76, and they used it in the movie. That's not a song from a movie, so that doesn't qualify.
Right. We've got a fax here from Dan and Louise. Thank you. The end that they used at the beginning of Apocalypse Now, which was already an ancient Doors song, that just because they used it doesn't mean it's from that movie.
Well, But let me ask you this. Now, I like when we do these polls where I can argue for like 2 hours because it kills a good time about what qualifies for the poll as if it really makes any difference. What about, for example, because it's a perfect example of what you just said, Stand By Me. Penny King.
Right.
Because that was in the early 60s. I'm not going to look it up. The book's on the floor. Mm-hmm. But the movie came out much later than that, but that was the name of the movie. How can you not use it when it's the name of the movie?
That's a good point.
Well, that one we got to put on there,
we'll
right?
Make exceptions when you feel like it.
Stand By Me with River Penis. He's still dead, I think. Oh, now you're going to love this story. This should see. There's no point in getting excited. There's no point to it because Americans like being raped at it, just like Mo, right?
Absolutely.
They like it. They enjoy it. Here is a classic example of how these grave robbers have everything now is for the rich and the ultra rich. There's nothing for anybody else. A congressional compromise on how much of the TV viewing public a media company may reach sets the limit at 39%, a seemingly random number that's not random at all. It means two media giants won't have to sell any of their stations. That's how they arrived at that number. Instead of the 45% that they were trying to push.
Mm-hmm.
Viacom Inc., owner of CBS and UPN, owns stations. And you wonder why CBS postponed and shoved off the Showtime to Reagan's?
Right.
Viacom Inc., owner of CBS and UPN, owns stations reaching, guess what percent of viewers, George?
37%?
39.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't hear it right the first time. And News Corp, owner of Fox, has stations reaching, what did you just say?
39%?
What did you just say?
37%.
37%. Both face the possibility of being forced to sell some of their stations under the old guidelines of 35, but now it's 39, or will be. They and the other networks fought to get the FCC to raise the level from 35 to 45. The FCC, with the support of President Bush, did so in June. Opponents concerned the change would allow a handful of conglomerates to control what Americans see on TV, urged Congress to roll back the change. Lawmakers listened, but under a veto threat from Bush, negotiated the compromise and settled on 39%. What a coincidence! Congress must still approve the agreement, but passage is expected next month in January. It just shows the power of the broadcast lobby, said Celia Vigo Wexler, no kin to Celia Cruz, research director for Common Cause, an advocacy group that supported the lower cap. It's an early Christmas present, is what she said. In other words, for the Viacom and Fox and News Corp. White House Office of Management and Budget spokesman Chad Colton said Bush believed the 45% cap more accurately reflects the changing media landscape and the current state of network station ownership while guarding against undue concentration in the marketplace. Right. The 39% cap was a reasonable compromise, he said. Wow.
Yeah.
The item was not in dispute, Fritz Holling said, top Democrat on the Senate Commerce Committee. All had agreed to the 35% cap. The Republicans went into a closet, met with themselves, announced a compromise of 39 so they could pacify their friends at Viacom. Oh, brother. What a pile of duty, man. There you go. Public just continues with these stupid polls. How many times can you get raped today? I've read about 60 articles on this Medicare fraud bill, which is what it is. It's not about Medicare fraud. It's a fraudulent bill. And was there anything good about it?
No.
In any respect? No. Seven Pines employees likely to face disciplinary action for circulating email porn. Whatever you do, don't let me forget today, because I've got a big pile. I got piles the size of Mount Rushmore. That pet groomer story from yesterday that you told me about.
Oh.
And I did print it out again from the Herald, and I don't want to forget about it, because, being the animal and dog lover that I am, that just makes me want to puke. Makes me want to find that guy. Let's see, here's Linda says, Easy Rider, and don't bogart that joint.
I didn't know that was from Easy Rider.
Don't bogart that joint is from Easy Rider?
I didn't know that.
Well, where am I going to find that?
Don't bogart
Well, that's
that
what
joint.
Linda says. Put it on there. Don't bogart that joint. I'll play it just to make her happy. Andy in Miami says, what about the James... Oh, yeah, good ones, Andy. James Bond movie songs. Live and Let Die.
I agree wholeheartedly. But Billy in Deerfield, whose facts you should be getting to shortly. I can't wait. I think his nomination is one for the worst movie songs of all time.
I don't have it yet.
Oh, man. Great choice, Billy.
Live and Let Die. Nobody Does It Better from The Spy Who Loved Me. And Goldfinger. We got to get Goldfinger on there and Live and Let Die, huh?
Yes.
And what about Nobody Does It Better? There's nothing wrong with that.
Sure, all of the above.
Let's get all three of them on there from James Bond. Don't we have a song called we have Nobody Rips You Better? By the time I get through the next couple of minutes, she is going to have to pick every scab off that putrid, pus-filled body of hers, all right?
Nobody rips.
With the great Anna Maria Al Spaghetti. So there we go. Thank you, Andy in Miami. Zach says, love your show. Listen every day in New York City on the Internet.
All right.
Happy holidays, Zach. Both you and George do a great job. Those freaks in Miami need to get a life. He suggests 9 to 5. Dolly Parton, what's wrong with that? 9 to 5. Dolly Parton. She's got big, big, big ones, baby. Everybody knows that. Flashdance, What a Feeling. From Footloose.
I think Flashdance is from Flashdance.
Flashdance is from Flashdance and Footloose is from Footloose.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Okay.
That's what I meant to say. Footloose. Kevin Bacon?
In the Sun.
I like Kevin Bacon. Nothing wrong with him. I can't find that movie again that I saw on Independent Film Channel that one day where he was stark naked. He was flapping it right in the breeze. He came out of the shower there. Somebody will know what movie that is. Not that it was really there much to see, but he was making bacon. 12 minutes after 11, we're looking for the best song from a movie of all time. This could go on for months, George. Hint, hint.
And then we could do the worst and use the same list.
Yeah, the worst song ever from a movie. The song from a movie that you're most ambivalent about. That if you never heard it again, it would be too soon. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the great Judy Garland. You got it there, right? You got it?
Way up high.
See, nobody under the age of 100 likes that song. I mean, it's
not to like. It's
oh, come on. It's so corny. It's so freaking corny.
Sure. It's
wow.
beautiful.
Although I do like, you know what I like? I like corn wrap. What do you call that? Do they call it Indian corn?
I don't know.
Or is Indian a different kind of corn? No, when you take corn and you wrap it in tinfoil and put it on the barbecue. I guess they just call that barbecued corn.
Yeah, barbecued corn on the cob. That is good.
Don't you just love that?
Butter in it, yeah. As a matter of
fact.
Ooh,
and it gets like nice and almost black.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not burnt, but like almost burnt.
You're right. That is good.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Judy Garland's leading with 30 votes. Godfather got 23. Well, wait a minute. Keep playing that. And we'll have a contest. Come on, amigo.
The dreams that you dare.
Okay, that's enough.
Really?
Come on, Judy. Judy got buzzed. Boy, she was great in person. She was dynamic, but she was neurotic. You know, every song was like you were afraid she was going to have a nervous breakdown on every note. 11:14 at 560 WQM. Hey, attention, audio horse racing fans! Pompano Park Harness is open for its big, gigantic 40th anniversary season. The track features free admission, free general parking every day. Live harness racing in the poker room open every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Poker starts at noon, and live racing gets underway nightly at 7:05 in the p.m., including tonight. And don't forget, every Monday night, there's that big 2 for $25 dinner special at the Top of the Park restaurant on the 6th floor. Every Wednesday, like tonight at Pompano Park for the next month, the Hooters girls will be at Pompano Park for $1 night, helping serve draft beers and sodas, meeting racing fans. You'd be amazed at what you can get for just $1 Wednesdays from the Hooter girls. And coming up this coming Monday, December 1, the first free spaghetti dinner night of the season, this Monday.
All right.
Don't forget, bring your own teeth. Pompano Park also open every day for simulcasting 7 days and nights a week, featuring the best in harness, thoroughbred highlight action from all across North America for you to watch and plunge your guts on. Pompano Park, where it's happening right now, a block south of Atlantic Boulevard on Powerline Road. For the new racing schedule, call 954-972-2000 or check them out on the web at pompanopark.com. Don't forget, live racing tonight, first post time 7:05 in the p.m.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Fell in love with her when she was exploited for reasons of diversion on the evening news. And now, Terry Schiavo is back, singing holiday favorites the whole family can enjoy, even if you don't have one.
Terry.
Let Terry put you in a coma with this insipid standard. Order your Terry Schiavo holiday CD today, and happy holidays on behalf of yellow journalists everywhere.
I never got that fax you said had the worst of all times.
Oh, you must have.
The worst list? I never got that.
No, the
But I
worst
did get
song.
the one that said,
Yeah. Come on, wise up already.
no, that's not it.
No.
This isn't Wise
Oh, that
Up.
one.
That's the other one.
Oh, way
It
ahead.
says, not sure the song would qualify for your poll since it doesn't have lyrics. Well, the good, the bad, and the ugly don't have lyrics either, does it? No. But how about the song you play from Requiem for a Dream? I believe it's called Lux Aeterna. It's also been used on a couple of trailers for the Lord of the Rings trilogy, says Elmer.
Actually, it's been used in the commercial for the Lord of the Rings video game, but not YouTube.
It's what?
The Lord of the Rings video game is what it's being used for.
Oh. Rip-off artists.
Well, you know how that goes.
I got news for you. Lord of the Rings ain't no Requiem for a Dream. You can bet George's life on that. And Greg Reed, too. And Mo.
Absolutely.
Nobody knows what this is called. It's great.
No.
I like it a lot. I play
No,
it a
nobody,
lot.
you're right. But people do know what this is called.
Yeah.
If I could tell you how I love Amy Mann, this song, that movie, I mean, it just, I don't care what you say. I don't care about the ending.
Amy Mann.
What?
Huh?
I got news for you. The ending's better than Fargo.
No, Fargo actually ended.
Yeah, like, you know how it ended? Kind of like, just like that, yeah, like with a lick and a
It came
schmear,
to
as
an
they
end.
say.
There's nothing more
As
to
the
tell.
Chinese say, it ended with like a lick and a schmear.
Whatever you say. You did not get the facts from Billy and Deerfield?
No.
Here it comes again.
Bring it on. Like Bush says, bring 'em on! See how many of our people you can kill.
can hardly stand it though, but I know it's not.
Wise Up from Magnolia. Let's get that on there right away. Excellent choice. Thank you, Jason in Miami Lakes.
I already put it on there.
I beg your pardon?
Way ahead of you.
Oh, you already put it on there?
Sure.
Okay, can I get back to the story about the cops with their email porn?
Okay.
7 Pembroke Pines police employees, including 4 sworn officers, will be disciplined for using department computers to circulate 8,000 pornographic and inappropriate emails between December and September, police said. 2 of the employees have been counseled in the past for the same offense, police records show. The emails circulated among the 4 officers, 2 clerks, a partridge and a pear tree, a service aide and others on their emailing list outside the department, included graphic depictions of nude women and men, ethnic and sexual jokes, and sexually explicit cartoons.
All right.
Subject lines on some of the emails warn that they are not appropriate for the office or for children, police documents show. They're not appropriate for your orifice, so stick them someplace else. Both departments said the email activity was not criminal, however. So, I'm tired of this crap, okay? Although, and not only that, but when they were in there doing their emails, they kept them off the streets in Pembroke Pines, where they're usually out there busy with their radar, with their speed traps, shooting fish in a barrel, making people's lives miserable and writing a lot of tickets. So let them do their pornographic emails and cut the crap, you idiots. What the hell's wrong with you people? A woman says she was raped in Real World House. San Diego police said yesterday they're investigating a 22-year-old woman's allegations that she was raped in the oceanfront home where MTV is filming the latest season of its Real World reality program, and we all know there's nothing funny about rape.
Absolutely.
The woman, who's not a cast member of the TV show, said she believes she was assaulted between November 14 and November 15 at the home, which serves as the production area and living quarters for the cast and crew. The woman told investigators she went to a downtown nightclub November 14, where she met a man who was an acquaintance of one of the Real World San Diego cast members. The woman told police she consumed a drink offered by the man, then blacked out. She said that when she awoke the next morning, 10:30 a.m., she was fully clothed on a bed in the guest room of the Real World house being filmed by a camera crew. The woman had some pain in her genital area and believed that someone had sex with her while she was unconscious, according to court documents.
Oh, my God.
A person whose name was not released told a female cast member that the man who gave the drink of the alleged victim left the home saying, "I just hit that. I just hit it. I just banged it. I just did it. I hit it and I did it." The unidentified person found the woman lying naked on the bathroom floor. The person dressed her, moved her to a living room couch. The female cast member returned to the home morning November 15, saw the woman on the couch. Cast member and the unidentified person then moved her to the guest bedroom. Well, there you go. Well, at least it's supposed to be real world, right?
Right, there you go.
Rape happens in the real world, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, man, fax is up the ass. What does that say? From Gary. I guess it's a bad fax. It says, 2 songs for your pool. Oh, the theme from Love Story. Right?
Okay.
Love Story. That's all we have to put. Love Story. And The Suicide is Painless from MASH. Well, I never watched the TV show, so I certainly didn't see the movie.
The theme song, the one you know.
Oh, so can we just put the MASH theme?
I put
MASH theme. Just put MASH theme. Don't argue with me about themes, okay?
All right.
Oh, thanks for the memories. No wonder neither knew your eye, neither one of us, could remember Thanks for the Memories. It was from the movie The Big Broadcast of 1938 with W.C. Fields, Burns and Allen, Martha Ray, and, of course, Bob Hope.
Oh, yeah, I saw that when it was new in the theater.
So let's put it on there. Thanks for the memories. No, but nobody's going to vote for that except this old fart. But thank you anyway.
Thanks for the memories.
Thanks for the memories. Bob Hope's still dead. He's laying around in bed. Let's see. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving, it says. How about the song Shenandoah from the classic James Stewart Civil War movie, Shenandoah?
How about the song Oklahoma?
From this movie,
musical.
Oklahoma. There you go. How come you faxed this to me twice? It wasn't that good.
I didn't mean to.
Here's from Paul Simon, who says, by the way, Art still doesn't use any deodorant. Paul Simon says, poll suggestions for movie theme songs. The Great Escape, that's good.
Okay.
Magnificent Seven is great.
Magnificent.
And the James Bond theme. Now, what is the James Bond theme? Is that Live and Let Die?
No.
What is the James Bond theme?
Ding,
How does that
ding, 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 ding. That one. I could go find the CD. It's the
No, I know which one you mean. I know exactly what you... I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Okay, James Bond theme, thank you. Oh, we got to do the break.
Really?
Well, I tell you one thing, you got a lot of pressure today. I thought this was going to be like a make-believe show today, you know, the day before Thanksgiving, and it's not. And don't forget, we got a full plate for you here, a full docket, right?
Absolutely.
You got the Mad Dog at 2. You got, now what does that mean? Mad Dog and Curtis, are they like doing it together today? You notice that on the schedule? Mad Dog / Curtis.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. Anyway, Curtis is going to be sitting on Mad Dog's lap. Hank Goldberg, the Humper at 4, including the Dave Wannstedt show a day early because the game is tomorrow. Panther preview at 7. Rangers at the Panthers at the Mac Arena, 7:30 tonight. Hurricanes and Bradley basketball, the Vegas tourney at 10:30. Eddie Caff at the basketball game, Joe and Mark overnight. And then tomorrow, I'll be here 10 to noon. Don't abandon me. I know it's not going to be much. In fact, look at the schedule tomorrow. Well, we'll go over it later. Look at that.
Yeah.
We don't have too many, like, real people working tomorrow. In fact, I think I'm like the only real person working tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The only real person. We got some make-believe people. Hey, what are you having for Thanksgiving? Why not let the #1 Asian buffet restaurant, Emerald Coast, do all the cooking for you? They'll be featuring a traditional Thanksgiving feast with all the trimmings. They have locations in Sunrise, North Miami Beach, newest location in Pembroke Pines, where they're writing a lot of tickets. Start your mouth-watering eating experience with 6 different soups. Sample dozens of succulent entrees like New York strip made to order at the Gourmet Center. That sizzling Asian grill featuring grilled shrimp scampi style. Their new seafood Saint Jacques. If that isn't enough, try their Jonah stone crab and lobster thermidors on the weekend. The hand-carved prime rib, their new oriental chicken salad. The Emerald Coast Buffet promotes healthy living, too, because they don't use any crap, no MSG, no cornstarch. They cook everything with cholesterol-free oils, too. And the buffet features a full salad bar, sushi bar, fresh shrimp cocktail. And if you have any room left at the end, like bring a crowbar to shove in your pants and make a little room for that fantastic dessert station featuring Belgian waffles, pies, cakes, pastries, ice cream with all your favorite toppings, and fresh fruit as well. They even be having watermelon, man. Emerald Coast, 3 locations for you. Don't forget a great Thanksgiving feast tomorrow. Sunrise at Pine Island on 44th Street. Collins Avenue just north of 163rd, North Miami Beach. And at the intersection of Flamingo and Pembroke Roads in Pembroke Pines. So take the whole family or book your next business luncheon right now. All size parties welcome. Let the folks at Emerald Coast do all the cooking for you. Cook up a feast. Take out and delivery available too. Call 954-572-3822. 954-572-3822 for the amazing, unbeatable Emerald Coast Chinese Buffet.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM. Tonight on E! Entertainment Television.
The Michael Jackson interview. Michael, the cops are searching your ranch as we speak. Have you been having slumber parties with little kids again?
I have slept in a bed with many children.
Who?
Thousands upon thousands of children.
Where?
Children all over the world.
Wow.
I've been doing it for years. When Macaulay Culkin were little, Kieran Culkin would sleep on this side, Macaulay Culkin's on this side, the sisters in there. We're all just doing all kind of crazy stuff.
Tonight on E!
Michael, I wouldn't say anything else until your lawyer gets here. You know, the cops are looking for videos of you naked with the kids.
We have the footage. I have all the footage.
Just rub it. Just rub it. Just rub it.
Rubber here. Let's hop in the tub. At 27 till noon at 560 WQM. It's just amazing to me. It's like things that are so obvious and all the energy that's expended, kills a lot of good time in the media. Like on the Larry King show. And all those other talking head shows. But things that are like so patently, like I'm looking out the window, is the sun shining? Yeah, it's shining. Somewhere, including here. It's like asking is Michael Jackson a pedophile is like asking is George W. Bush an asshole, right? I mean, the answer is clearly, there's no debate. Anthony says, Wind Beneath My Wings from Beaches. And don't say nothing about that sequel because people that do that about that Sons of Beaches get me really pissed off. Wind Beneath My Wings.
Got it.
Bette Midler. I like Bette Midler. I hate that song.
Ooh. Everybody redid that too.
Oh man, it just makes me want to barf. Just another one overplayed, butchered, buried in the ground. It was very schmaltzy the first time. It brought a tear to your eye, and then brought tears to your eyes for other reasons. Debbie says, good choice from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Raindrops keep falling on my head. O.J. Simpson. B.J. Thomas.
Right.
What does the B.J. stand for? Billy in Deerfield says, Happy Turkey Day. The best song from a movie was Arthur's Theme.
Oh, there you go.
Or Between the Moon and New York City.
That's the one.
Between da-da-da-da and New York City.
By Christopher Cross. Worst song ever.
What is the name of that song?
Arthur's Theme.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yes.
I hate Criss Cross.
Yes.
I can't say. I want to correct something I've been saying for years. Because you're not supposed to hate anybody, especially this time of the year. We're supposed to be nice for a few days a year. The rest of the year we can be assholes and hate everybody, which is kind of stupid. But I do hate a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's one right there.
Explain it.
Explain what?
Elaborate. You said, do I know what you mean?
Absolutely.
He knows.
Yeah.
He finally caught on. Anyway, Arthur's Theme. What's wrong with that? Why are you so upset about that? Because it's Criss Cross and it's obnoxious and we hate it. But this guy, Billy in Deerfield's led a sheltered life. What do you want from him?
I passed it along. It's a great choice.
He likes
for the
it.
poll.
He likes Criss Cross. Maybe he wants to do him. Who the hell knows? Maybe Criss Cross is cute. I don't know. I doubt it.
No.
What is the all-time best song from a movie? Poll in progress. Eric, we haven't done this to you in quite a while. And, of course, since you are going to be filling your face tomorrow, and I will be faxing you the poll for tomorrow tonight, just relax. I feel guilty when we do this to him because it, monopolizes all of his time, but it keeps him away from the refrigerator. And probably his Japanese wife has to keep this is bad. I'm thinking of that Geraldo show, where the guy was in the big bed, the 600-pound guy, and the fat family just kept bringing him all this food. I can just envision that in up in Orlando that Eric has got it. He's got his computer and his keyboard sitting right there at the side of his bed.
Why not? Craftmatic adjustable, of course.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. He lost an ounce or two last time we saw him.
Yes, he did. He lost
How many ounces?
About 30, man.
That's like 2.5 pounds, or a pound and a half, almost 2 pounds. By the way, speaking of 2 pounds, Katrina is doing her Balance for Life and lost 7 pounds?
Yes.
She's doing great. She is a sweetheart. She's one of the really nice people in the building. It certainly wasn't genetic. At any rate, somewhere over the rainbow, 35. The Godfather, 28. I didn't know no Godfather. Now, when we say The Godfather, I want you to understand, because there's many, many different songs. We're talking about the love theme from The Godfather, Il Padrino. So freaking schmaltzy, man. It makes you turn to butter. Until they start blowing everybody away. When they start blowing everybody away. Yeah, how about the theme from Debbie Does Dallas?
Yeah,
The thing, you blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit.
5670560. I got a couple of articles I have to read today.
Oh, you're going to read?
Yeah, as in Greg. Ever hear Greg read? I got a David Korn article for later, Capital Games and Coulter's Religious War. You'll like that a lot. And I got Robert Scheer, who may be one of the top 5 columnists in the universe in the LA Times. He says for the GOP, criticism is next to cowardice. I'm going to read that in a few minutes. They're both great. I hate to do that. I apologize, but I don't hate doing it. I like it. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, 35. Godfather, 28. Stayin' Alive, 25. I wish I had it. You got it there, don't you? You got some Bee Gees.
Somewhere. I've been going through the CDs trying to organize them.
How about Morris Gibb? Is he staying alive?
No.
No, because they slept into Mount Sinai. I guess he won't be going back there no more. I'm telling you, don't go to Mount Sinai. When it comes that time, and don't just go out in the street and lay down on the road. As time goes by, 24. Now that surprises me. See, the reason I was a little hesitant to do this is because a lot of these are like for old farts like me, which is fine, but we're trying to develop a younger audience under the age of 100, like maybe 70 or 80 for the average demo. And a lot of these are old folks. And I don't really know, your average 25 or 30-year-old person out there, what movies they watch. See what I'm saying? Other than pornographic. But other than that, what are they watching?
Whatever's
See what I'm saying? No, I'm talking about when they go to God forbid, to Blockbuster or wherever they can pick up their, rent their DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
What are they getting? What are they watching? What do they got?
Whatever's out.
No, I'm not talking about current now. In other words, you're saying that 25 and 30-year-olds none of them are interested in old movies?
Well, it depends on who you're talking about. For most of all, they're a bunch of dumb rocks. Responding to commercials. You know how it goes.
Are you saying that 25 and 30-year-olds are a bunch of dummies?
Yeah.
That's probably good. Anyway, as time goes by, 24, that's old. I bet you 48 would be my guess. 1948. Humphrey Bogart, Casablanca. You must remember this. Huh?
Right.
That's just my guess. I don't know.
That sounds about
right. In fact,
right.
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to type in right now, Casablanca. Oh. I don't want to spill my soda on the day before Thanksgiving.
Never saw it.
You never saw Casablanca?
Nope. Perfect record so far. I'm going to get through life without seeing that.
Oh, la Asociación Histórica de la Casablanca. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
Never saw the Maltese Falcon.
Casablanca Hotel. I better put something a little more specific in here. My search, in my Google search.
Oh, you should
Casablanca,
go to IMDb. You should have
the movie.
A thing for that.
You have what?
You should have a thing for IMDb.
Casablanca Bed and Breakfast in Nelson, British Columbia. How come I can't find this goddamn thing? I'll have to do it during the break. That really pisses me off. Come to Cabo, Captain Jack's.
42.
Casablanca, 9 bedrooms in the view of the Sea of Cortez.
42.
Don't go to Mexico, by the way. Nobody will ever see you again.
42.
42 what?
1942.
1942?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Boy, that seems like a little premature evaluation to me. 1942, and guess who was born that year?
Oh, God.
So what does that tell you?
Oh, congratulations.
They said play with it again, Sam. 20 till noon at 560 WQF. Don't forget, we got the Mad Dog and Curtis sitting in his lap 2 to 4 this afternoon.
They're going to be doing it. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Absolutely.
Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Roll another one, just like the other one. This is seems to be about to quit, and I need another hit. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it all around. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Just pass it on down. Another one, just like the other one. This one seems to be about spent, and I don't have another cent. Don't hold on that joint, my friend. Just pass it on down. That joint, my friend, just pass it around. I don't want that joint, just pass it around. No. I don't want that joint now. I just pass it on down.
Originally by Fraternity of Man and covered by Little Feat. I can't stand Little Feat.
You like them big?
Oh, I like them big, and the feet too.
Smelly?
By Elliot Ingber. Wrote the music and the lyrics. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
And it was originally on the soundtrack of Easy Rider, like that faxer said. Well, there you go. I thought we'd kill some time
I
with
have
that.
no idea. That's somebody else, of course.
Here's a fax that says, Happy Turkey Day. Can you feel the love tonight? The Lion King by Elton John.
I can feel it.
Can you feel it? Feel this. That's a good song. A little corny.
Okay.
And you don't like Elton John, so
I
I'm
like
not going
Elton
to tell
John a lot. I just
No, you
hate
don't.
That song. Yes, I do.
Anyway, you hate the song? Can you feel the love tonight? I think it's pretty
I
good.
don't like
It's
that
okay.
song.
It's schmaltzy. You don't like schmaltz?
I like old Elton John, not the new Elton John.
I agree. Back when he was really, wore the big glasses and he was a real screamer. Like Carlos out there at the desk. Not that much of a screamer. Although the difference being we like Elton John, we hate Carlos. Here's a fax from a real chronic, Whitney, the bodyguard. He says, these three suggestions from the Beverly Hills Cop movie series. The Heat is On. Kenny Loggins. Now, what is this? I think it's Kenny Loggins, Neutron Dance, Pointer Sisters, Busted Bob Seger. What does that mean?
The Heat is On is a fine choice from all of
But what does that mean? It's all of them people?
No. He's naming a whole bunch of songs and people. So let's just muddle through it. The Heat is On. There you go.
Well, this is written so incoherently, and you like, I see. The Heat is On, Kenny Loggins. Well, it says, I thought it was a sentence, see? Neutron Dance by the Pointer Sisters and Busted by Bob Seger. I'm reading it all together like it's because this is incoherent. Now, let's see. I can't read the rest of it. Whitney Houston and I Will Always Love You from the Body. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh. No eating on Thanksgiving for this kid, I'll tell you that. Here's a list from, it says Mo is an effing scumbag, and of course we know that you are absolutely correct. Up Where We Belong, Joe Cocker from Officer and a Gentleman.
Okay.
Up Where We Belong. Remember Joe Cocker?
Sure.
Just like you said. Help by the Beatles from the movie Help. Don't You Forget About Me with Simple Minds from Breakfast Club. And Circle of Life.
Type all of these, you realize.
I beg your pardon?
I'm typing all of these out.
Good. Circle of Life, Elton John from The Lion King. There's another one. Circle of Life. Do you know that song?
Yeah, and it sucks. One line.
Don't put it on. Don't put that on. One from the movie is good. We got the definitive one. Here's another one. My favorite movie song is Just Hit Me With a Flash. It's perfect, cheerful holiday stuff. Eric Idle. Eric Idle, Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. That's cute. What's wrong with that?
We love it.
It says, I think you enjoyed to play this in the past. Any chance for that?
They can really make you mad.
Yeah, I'll play that on the next break. I love that. We had to put that little bleep in it, of course, but that's the way it is. This is radio, man. This is America, where freedom of speech is just a figment of somebody's imagination. 5670560. Pound. Don't let me forget the Robert Shear article.
Don't forget.
And the David Korn. Somewhere over the rainbow is holding its own, man. Judy Garland. You can't touch her with a stick. She is dynamite. Although, in second place and doing very nicely. If I can find the damn thing. Here you go. And that's one thing they both have in common. They're both very schmaltzy, extraordinarily schmaltzy, right? You can almost smell the schmaltz hearing.
I could feel it.
You can almost feel the chicken fat just clogging up your arteries, going a clog.
Or the turkey lard from that
Right,
beverage.
from that soda. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
This is Dave from
How you doing, Dave?
Listen, the name of that song for the Kelly's Heroes movie is Mike Curb Congregation. That's the name of the band.
Oh, I hate the Mike Curb Congregation. They're a bunch of religious nuts.
And
they're worse than Tony Orlando and Dawn.
Amen. Yeah, me and my brother are home listening to you. We're
Excellent.
smoking a brisket. Smoking a brisket.
A tasket, a tisket. Let's chomp into that brisket.
Oi. Listen, I got a song for you,
You're
too.
eating brisket in Homestead? Oh, my God. They're going to come and take your asses away, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, really.
That's all right.
Probably going to be lynched before 1 o'clock.
We'll go with a smile on our face.
How about
Exactly.
The End from The Doors, Apocalypse Now?
That's good.
We covered that. We discussed that.
Oh, we
you did?
discussed that already, yeah.
Movies
And,
It's a song that was a hit long before the movie.
Green Berets, Sergeant Barry Sadler.
Oh, my God. You're going to make me commit suicide
come
before
on,
this day
that's
is
a
out.
great song.
Oh, brother.
John Wayne, it's still John Wayne.
Yeah. Have a great turkey, baby. Have a great brisket.
Hey, listen, can we get a request?
Sure.
How about the bagpipe?
You got it.
Thank you.
See ya, man.
Bye-bye.
Men.
Oi.
Oi. Jews in Homestead. What, are they just pretending to be Jewish? Hey, they're not really Jewish. Don't go get them yet. What? Jews are not allowed in Homestead, just like they're not allowed in Iowa. That Jew Lieberman, man, what a clown. The fact that he's leading the among the Democrats in Florida, that puts the duh in Florida, if Boca Brian will pardon me for stealing that expression, the duh. Jew Lieberman, my ass. Talk about a death wish. Those are the same people that voted for Buchanan.
On
Idiots.
purpose.
Somewhere over the rainbow, 37. Yeah, they voted for Buchanan. They thought he was Jewish. Godfather, 30. How many's the Godfather got?
About 30, man.
Right. As time goes by the way, it was 1942.
Okay.
I looked it up. You were right. Casablanca, 28. Stayin Alive, 25. White Christmas, 21. Mrs. Robinson, 15. Kyle's mom is a big fat bitch. I better start writing these down that I gotta play. I gotta play Kyle's mom. Playing bagpipes, right?
Right.
And what was the other one?
Don't bogart that joint.
No, there's another one. No, I just got through saying it.
I don't know.
Oh, you see, that's why I didn't write them down fast enough.
Too bad. Oh, well.
That's the way it goes. Eye of the Tiger, 14. 110 Soldier, 11. Moon River, 8. Way We Were, 8. Star Wars Theme, 8.
Look what I found.
Oh, no! That's it.
So if you were in the desert and Billy Jack came riding up on his horse, would you help Billy Jack off his horse?
Old Time Rock and Roll, 7. Shaft, 6. Gonna Fly Now, Rocky, 6. He put Rocky on there, now they know what the hell the song is. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 5. It's a song about Mo. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, 4. Aerosmith's only got 4 votes. 9 to 5. Dolly Parton with them big, gigantic hooters, 5. Live and Let Die, 3. Fame's got 3. There's some other good songs. There's one called Red Light, but then Tom Ridge will get all upset if we play Red Light. You know what? Well, back in those days, it had a different connotation. Now you say red light and everybody like hides under the bed. Supposedly they keep talking about all these elevated threats, but you notice they haven't changed it from yellow to orange like they were doing. Like
bad for the market.
It's bad, not just bad for the market, it's bad for the American psyche. See, and during the holidays, the right-wingers don't want to do that.
I see. They're trying to psych
the Nazi
you out.
Bund doesn't want to do that. They want to keep you thinking, hey, everything's great, everything's coming up roses. Steve Allen wrote that, by the way.
Yeah.
He did. He used to be a great guy, Steve Allen. You wouldn't know that. Now he's dead.
No.
Suicide is Painless from MASH 2. Wise Up, Amy Mann. I love Amy Mann 2. When You Wish Upon a Star 2. Goldfinger 2. Everybody's Talking 1. The You and Me song 1. Arthur's theme's got 1. See, there you go. You were poo-pooing it.
Probably the guy, Billy.
Footloose has 1. Kevin's Making Bacon. Don't Bogart That Joint 1. Thanks for the Memories 1 from 1906. Love Story 1. The Wind Beneath My Wings has 1. And there's several of them on here don't have no votes. Day by Day, thank goodness. Nobody Does It Better has got none. Why is that, you think?
Because some people are just better than others.
Great Escape, none. Magnificent Seven, none. Stand By Me, none. How can Stand By Me have no votes? Shenandoah, none, and Day by Day. I think we got that under twice. Or did it, no, it just moved on me. How'd that happen?
It reloaded?
It reloaded and it moved. There's a whole bunch that have 0, but it just moved on me, you know. I just had a major movement. Now, how can Stand By Me by the great Benny King have no votes, even if he didn't like the movie? How could you not like the movie? That's number 1, is a cute movie. And number 2, how could you not love Stand By Me? I'm going to find it. I bet you I got it here somewhere.
It's around.
What was the other thing I was supposed... Monty Python.
That's
See,
it.
You're very little help today. You're useless. Wait till Josh starts putting some right guard on and his armpits aren't running and dripping all over the place. Then he might actually be some use. Then he'll put your ass to shame. 4 minutes till noon at QAM. But thanks for the memories. And he's got a good choice. The theme from Blackboard Jungle, Rock Around the Clock.
Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving, Alan. Happy Glacier holidays, too. Rock Around the Clock. Bill Haley in the comments with that nice do. In fact, he had a better do than even Mo.
Absolutely.
The curly little spit curl. In fact, Johnny Depp ripped him off with that, unfortunately.
And that bad movie.
Which was called?
Cry Baby. Made you
See,
want to cry,
I've got
baby.
that blocked out of my mind, especially since Johnny Depp has been declared by People magazine the sexiest man alive. I don't agree with that, but he's certainly in the top 500. Here's a fact from Steve, who goes on a great length about Greg Budell.
It's a good time for the great taste. Neil, this is Noodles, reminding you that it's always a good time for the great taste.
Anyway, Steve writes for alternative entertainment because I hate Mo's show.
Absolutely.
I've listened to Greg Budell's show on WJNA during the 6 to 10 a.m. hours. It's somewhat entertaining as I enjoy listening to the old fart callers who call him for freebies and what songs they want to hear, big bands, etc. That's the majority of his audience. He's hawking live spots for some liposuction surgery that he had done a la Steve Kane. He also promotes Mitch Hirsch and has him on the air. Oh. If you think I hated Greg Budell in the past, you just ain't heard nothing yet. They all hate you, Greg. He's also using your Yiddish terms constantly. How original, eh? And as always, he tells the audience about his past drug addictions, rehabs, etc., and how he's the new improved Greg Budell. I was wondering when that's going to happen. And last but not least, Donald Noodles, that we just heard from, as his sidekick, has come out of the closet. I wonder if he means that literally.
I see.
It's a good time for the great taste. I wonder what Noodles is tasting. I was hoping that some of his old material... Of course, Noodles from Once Upon a Time in America would be embarrassed. Was that Noodles in the garbage truck?
Yeah, there were noodles in there and some chips. And
I was hoping for some of his old material, but obviously he can't come up with an original idea. Thank you, Steve. Happy Turkey to you, too. Makala, who's a good faxer, says... The love theme song from Romeo and Juliet, the old movie, not the one with diapers, is the one they're talking about. Sorry, don't know the name of the song, but there's no way I can hum it to you on paper. I think it goes like, Somebody will know what it is.
I
and
wrote
Juliet.
the love theme from Romeo and Juliet.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I think it.
How does it go? I remember Leonard Whiting wearing those tights.
Yeah, they were tight.
It's
and Olivia Hussey.
He was awful pretty, you know. He was just too pretty, Leonard Whiting.
Yeah,
she was pretty. I mean, it's one thing to be cute. It's nothing to be handsome. It's nothing to be like, I don't know. But he was pretty. You know what I mean? Pretty boy.
Yeah.
56705. I don't think you do know what I mean. 567 on the whatever it is out of town line. Kyle's mom we got to play and playing bagpipes. Tomorrow I think 10 to noon I'm just going to do all requests.
Hey.
Isn't that a good idea?
Why not? It's the holiday.
Well, why should I got to do the Robert Shear article right now. I know there's phones are fringing and ringing frantically, but they're friggin'. Robert Shear in the LA Times says, a new ad questioning the patriotism of Democratic candidates is dirty politics. He writes, what nerve for President Bush to question the patriotism of his Democratic opponents, 2 of whom are highly decorated Purple Heart and Bronze and Silver Star veterans, and all of whom have labored long to make this a better country. But the television ads that the Republican Party is running on Bush's behalf in Iowa this week does just that, making the outrageous insinuation that critics of the president's policies are in fact supporters of terrorists. Some are now attacking the president for attacking terrorists, the ad states. Some call for us to retreat, putting our national security in the hands of others. The ad urges viewers to tell Congress to support the president's policy of preemptive self-defense. This is dirty politics at its absolute lowest, equating criticism with cowardice. The irony is that the ad features the president delivering the 2003 State of the Union speech, which has turned out to be an enormous embarrassment of admitted distortions, including one claim based on a forged document that Iraq was a nuclear threat. It was in that speech that the president touted the imminent threat of Iraq's so far undiscovered weapons of mass destruction, while implying that Saddam Hussein collaborated with al-Qaeda on the 9/11 attacks, a charge that the president himself recently conceded was without foundation. In fact, the Iraq War has proven to be a terrible test case for preemptive self-defense because the intelligence it was founded on is so much loose sand. If you say somebody is a threat and then it turns out that they aren't, your preemptive attack is no longer self-defense. Worse, though, as General Wesley Clark points out, is that the Iraq War and occupation have been a distraction from the war against al-Qaeda. I'm not critical of President Bush because he's attacking terrorists, Clark said. I'm critical of President Bush because he's not attacking terrorists. If the president were serious about heeding the lessons of 9/11, the White House would not be refusing to send executive records to the independent commission that's trying to determine how those attacks were allowed to occur and what might prevent them in the future. Former Senator Max Cleland, a member of that commission, has called the president's stonewalling Nixonian, suggesting that Bush might not really want the truth to come out. As Cleland, a triple amputee Vietnam veteran, put it in an interview with Salon.com, it's been painfully obvious the administration not only fought the creation of the commission, but that their objective was the war in Iraq. And one of the notions that was built on was there was a direct connection between al-Qaeda, 9/11, and Saddam Hussein. There was not. So therefore, they didn't want the 9/11 Commission to get going. They want to kick this can down past the elections. A more ominous possibility is that the White House and intelligence records being kept from the 9/11 Commission may indict the administration for indifference to the problem posed by Osama bin Laden's gang before the 9/11 attacks. We do know that the incoming Bush team did not take very seriously the dire warnings passed on by President Clinton's outgoing National Security Advisor, Sandy Berger, and by FBI agents in the field. The Bush administration seemed more preoccupied with the war on drugs than terrorism, even congratulating the Taliban for its successful drug eradication program just weeks before 9/11. Furthermore, the U.S. failed to seriously confront al-Qaeda sponsors in Saudi Arabia before and after the terrorist attacks. Instead, we invaded Iraq. The president has got a lot to answer for in his failed war on terrorism. Bin Laden is still at large. Al-Qaeda, according to the White House, is responsible for the series of devastating terrorist attacks in Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Afghanistan. Bush has managed to turn formerly secular Iraq into a hotbed of religious fanaticism while diverting attention from Afghanistan, allowing the Taliban and Al-Qaeda to creep back in. Although Cleveland voted for the Iraq war authorization last year, that didn't stop his Republican opponent, Saxy Chambliss, who avoided service in Vietnam, from defeating war hero Cleveland in 2002 by using attack ads that questioned his patriotism. In those ads, Cleveland's face was presented alongside pictures of bin Laden and Hussein as if they were one and the same. As has been famously said, the appeal to patriotism is often the last refuge of a scoundrel. What would be truly unpatriotic and an abrogation of their responsibility to the American people is for the Democratic candidates to fail to take on Bush's record in subverting the fight against terrorism. Robert's here, who always writes a great column.
Oh.
Nice going, Bobby, in the L.A. Times. You go, boy. It's on our website. Got a thumb right on it. Somewhere over the rainbow, I'm shocked. Aren't you kind of surprised?
Yeah, a little.
Well, I guess everybody of every age has seen The Wizard of Oz, haven't they?
Correct.
The old wizard?
Mandatory.
Win one for the wizard. Somewhere over the Rainbow 41 by the neurotic but wonderfully talented Judy Garland. Let's hear a little of it.
And is there anyone that didn't like it?
Wizard of Oz? What's not to like?
Exactly.
What did we like best? The Tin Man? The Mad Hatter? The Cheshire Cat? Somewhere over the Rainbow 41, The Godfather, Il Padrino 38, as time goes by 28. That one surprises me too. 1942? Although I think, now see, to go back to what I said before, I think that people of all ages, if they go to because it's so famous, you know, and even though they do have the mistake about Play It Again, Sam, which he didn't say that, everybody has seen that. Except you, Casablanca.
No. I ain't gonna either.
And I think it's also ironic, you know, the thing about don't bogart that joint, because it did become part of the language. I was reading an interesting thing on a website about that.
Mm-hmm.
But he died of lung cancer.
See?
So I think there's a subliminal, as the president would say, a subliminal message in there, like, don't suck on it too hard. Stayin Alive, 26. White Christmas, 23. Kyle's mom is a big fat bitch, 18. That's what I'm hearing. Mrs. Robinson, 16. Eye of the Tiger, 15, which you don't like for some reason. I think it's pretty good. 110 Soldier, which you do like and I despise, has got 12. The Way We Were has got 10. Oh, I'm so sorry. And then 9 for Star Wars theme, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. 9 for that. Moon River, 8. Rocky theme, 7. Gonna Fly Now. Da-da-da-da-da. Talia Shire, unfortunately for her, was in that. I love Talia Shire, but isn't it sad she was in that?
Whatever.
Shaft, did you see it even?
What, Rocky?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay.
Rocky was okay?
It was actually okay.
Yo, Adrian!
I was surprised. I didn't want to like it.
It's a monument to stupidity is what it was.
I avoided it for a long time.
He is so freaking stupid, man. It just makes me want to puke.
Yeah.
Shaft has got 7. Maybe he can run for governor. Old Time Rock and Roll, 7. I don't want to miss a thing. Still stuck on 4 from Armageddon. Aerosmith. Fame has got 3. MASH theme. And whatever, just single digits on the rest. 12:13 at 5:60 WQM. If your hair is missing, if it's just fallen out in chunks over the years, and you wonder where the hell it went, forget about looking for it. You ain't going to find it. But if you make one easy call, you can find yourself a good head of hair from Chuck Alfieri. The Natural Hairline System, the best looking piece anywhere in the world. We've got about, how many people we got plugging hair things on here?
About 30, man.
At least. Everybody and their brother now is giving you a song to dance about. They're going to make you look great, and they're going to drill holes in your head and stick a bunch of hair in there, and they're going to pull hair out of your ass and put it on your head. Forget about that. The Natural Hairline System looks like the real thing, like real hair, like it's been there all along growing out of your scalp. That's the key, as opposed to a dead farm animal flopping on your head. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm sure he would. So here's the deal. You have nothing to lose but your bald spot because Charlie will bring you in, give you a free consultation, show you how much better and younger he can make you look. You wear the piece for 30 days if you're not just ecstatic. If you don't love the way it looks and feels and smells, if you're not getting ahead like at least 20, 30 times a day, return it for a full refund. And if you mention Neil Rogers when you make your original call, Charlie will knock another $200 off the already reasonable price of his unbeatable, amazing Natural Hairline System. Call today and get your hair back for the holidays and for the rest of your life. Call toll-free 1-800-321-2413. That's 1-800-321-2413 or log on to it at charlesalfieri.com.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
No floss.
Hi there, boys and girls. Today, we've got a very extra special friend stopping by to show us all about something really special. I hear him at the door right now. Come on in, Mr. McMack.
How are you, laddie? Hey, brought by something I wanted to show you.
Ooh, I wonder what
Here
it
is.
It looks like an octopus with a kilt on.
That's me bag, boy.
Ooh, your bag?
Hey.
Ooh, what? Can I touch it?
Sure, go ahead.
Ooh.
Run your hands there.
That's soft.
Hey,
It's
like
really
velvet.
soft.
Hey.
Oh, what's this right here?
That is my blowpipe.
What do you do with the blowpipe?
You blow on it, lad.
You blow on
Hey,
it?
you put your mouth around it and you blow.
Oh, can I do that?
Hey, would you like to blow my pipe, laddie?
Oh, can I?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Come on, lad. You got to put your mouth around it, lad. Don't be afraid it's not going to break.
All right, like this?
Hey, that's a boy. Stick it all the way down your throat there.
It's getting bigger.
Hey, that means you're doing it right.
What's this over here?
That's me chanter.
What do I do with that?
What you do with that, laddie, is you put your both hands on it, you cover the hole, and you run your hands up and down the shaft real quick.
Ooh, it's making a noise.
Hey.
Like that?
Hey, run your hands up and down it there. Now what you want to do, laddie, is you want to blow on the pipe. You want to squeeze the bag nice and gentle. And then you want to run your hands up into the shaft real quick.
Okay.
All together, all at the same time.
Okay, here we go.
Good, laddie. Hey, that's good, lad. Sure. That's good, laddie. Keep blowing. Blow harder, laddie. Harder. Squeeze the bag. Squeeze more. Run your hands up and down the shaft. Quick, faster. Run your hands up and down faster. Blow. Blow. What have you doing? You're playing on my bag.
Do that again.
After the catch me breath, maybe.
You know, speaking of that, this story that you just faxed me from Rafiq about Bush bringing his own food taster to the palace when he was in England last week.
Yeah, fancy that.
You're never going to believe, because you probably didn't read the whole thing. Do you see on the bottom about dessert? You see who volunteered to be the food taster for the presidential party when they delivered the spotted dick? Princess Charlie.
No, you're right. I didn't read that far.
Anyway, Rafiq suggests Elmer Bernstein's version of the Magnificent Seven, the original movie theme. I think we got that on there, don't we?
We have that on there already, yes.
How's it doing?
Magnificent.
Not well. It's on there, so you better vote for it. Let's see. Theme from the Magnificent Seven's got none. Got the big?
Oh!
So you better hop on there and vote, Rafiq. Get with it. Can't believe that has none. It's really a pretty powerful song, you know? I think last time I checked.
Sing some of it.
No. 5670560 pound. Now, see, I don't know we're going to have any calls till 2 because everybody's leaving now. Even Reverend Jones didn't call in today, you notice?
The staff already bailed. You'll be happy
Really?
to know. It's like you, me, and Josh, and the Power 96 DJ.
We don't have Reverend Jones on the phone, so that's the best we can do.
Gay.
But we'll have a few spotty ones. Boy, you think it's bad. Wait till Friday when you have to do the whole 4 hours. I just got 2 easy hours tomorrow. Plus, I'm doing the pre-foreplay Dolphin pregame. Because the game, our broadcast starts at noon. Well, let me see something on
You're going to do the Dave Wants That show?
Yeah, I'm going to tell him he's an asshole and he sucks and he's going to get canned when the season's over. I am. I would tell him that. Now look, we got Curtis, Len, and Vlad. Oh, and I'm glad that I got into this because why do we have, I don't want to start pushing people around, especially since nobody's there anyway, to listen to me. Not that they would. But Curtis is so good on the air, and I notice he's out with Mad Dog today, supposedly. Why don't they, use him and Dave Hagen, since they're both excellent on the air and they know their stuff, instead of the big a lot more, to, fill in those empty slots. See what I'm saying? Because they're actually like real broadcasters, and they both speak like real English, as opposed to that Spanglish baby talk that the Big O speaks.
Oh!
But anyway, just thinking out loud. Curtis, Len, and Vlad will be on tomorrow between 5 and 8 in the MOA slot.
Absolutely.
Be a big improvement. Beast and Zach, 8 to 10. Well, I'll be on 10 to noon. Then we got Dolphins countdown to kickoff at noon. The game don't start till 4, which I'm sure most of you know that. Dolphins at Dallas. And then we got hours and hours of that football crap. So I'm only on 2 hours tomorrow, and all I can say to that is,
all right.
Good. Actually, Duff said to me, well, do you even want to bother coming in? I said, sure. Why the hell? Where am I going to go anyway? There's no Thanksgiving here. We already had our Thanksgiving. Way ahead of you. Bush brothers' divorce reveals sex romps.
Oh, my God.
Neil Bush, younger brother of President Bush, detailed lucrative business deals and admitted to engaging in sex romps with women in Asia in a deposition taken in March as part of his divorce from now ex-wife Sharon Bush. These are the people going to bring just decency and civility back and, respect back to politics in America. The whole Bush family, the Bush clan. Columba.
Right. Don't forget George P.
George P. Jr. All of these people. The daughters, Bush daughters. According to legal documents disclosed yesterday, Sharon Bush's lawyers questioned Neil Bush closely about the deals, especially a contract with Grace Semiconductor Manufacturing Corp., a firm backed by Jiang Mianhang, the son of former Chinese Minister Zemin, that would pay him $2 million in stock over 5 years. Marshall David, this is the same Neil Bush, by the way, from the Silverado SNL scandal. And he's still making all kinds of deals, wheeling and dealing. I'd rather have Billy Carter back myself. Marshall Davis Brown, lawyer for Sharon Bush, expressed bewilderment as to why Grace would want Bush and at such a high price since he knew basically nothing about the semiconductor business. You have absolutely no educational background in semiconductors, do you? Asked Brown. That's correct. Bush, 48, responded in the March 4th deposition, a transcript of which was read by Reuters after the Houston Chronicle first reported on the documents. And you have absolutely, over the last 10, 15, 20 years, not a lot of demonstrable business experience that would bring a company investing $2 million in you? I personally would object to the assumption they're investing $2 million in me, said Bush, who went on to explain he knew a lot about business and been working in Asia for years, doing a lot of monkey business. Screwing a lot of hot Asian babes, is what he said. There you go. They're bringing civility. They're bringing all of this good stuff, morality, back to politics in Washington, the White House, and Tallahassee with a banjo on her knee. Maybe they'll even bring Freddie Boom Boom Cannon, to sing about the Tallahassee Lassie. What do you think?
Who?
Freddie Cannon.
I know.
Palisades Park. Yeah, just like that.
Well, he's a Tallahassee Nazi.
Kind of like that. Okay, let's get back to these movie songs, shall we? We've got a lot of fish to fry here. WQAM.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
The greatest song is When You Wish Upon a Star by Jiminy Cricket. Come on!
We got it. Don't we have that on there?
Yes, we do.
We've had it on there for a long time. Has it got any votes? When you wish upon a star. Got 3 votes. 3 votes. So, give it what for? just faxed me another one of these. It says, from Henry. For the poll, I'd like to suggest the song Danger Zone from the movie Top Gun. How does that go?
I ain't gonna.
Danger Zone, Danger Zone. Stay the hell out of the danger. I don't know what that is. Also including an article I saw today about the Sicilian people, the Siciliani, wanting to change the town name of Corleone because of the misperception of the mafia ties due to the Godfather. You ready for that? See, a lot of people out there think that Don Corleone, that it's just a name that they made up, you know?
What's the matter with you? I thought your brain was going soft.
Right. Corleone, it's in Sicilia, Sicily. I'll tell you, if before you die, you got to go to Italy. If there is one place listen to me, everybody, not just you, one place I'd recommend to everyone in the world. I know Amsterdam's exciting and a lot of drugs and sex and drugs, and Germany's a lot of fun and a lot of good food and sex but I'm telling you, Italy's where it's at, man. Roma.
The aroma.
The aroma in Roma. I'm just telling you right now. You know me, I've been around.
I'll have some bucks someday, maybe.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Why, has Mom got some bucks?
Huh? Who knows?
Well, why wait? Why the hell wait?
All right, I'll go to Hawk.
Let's get on with it right now. No, I was just thinking of let's find out if she's got any money. It's a good way to do that.
Well, she's up in the mountains a lot, you know what I mean?
I'll represent you at the, what do they call it when they have the, what do they call that?
You'll be a character witness.
No, when they read the will, what do they call that?
A witness?
No, not the person. When they have the thing where the lawyer reads the will, there's a name for that.
You got me.
I think they call it the moment of joy.
Oh!
If she got any money. If not. No, there's a name for that. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Trust me, we'll get about 100 more of these movie songs on there. There's only about 40,000 of them. Doing well. That's got 21 votes already. How do you like that?
Yeah.
1233 at 560. WQME faxed me this thing about Sicilia, Corleone, and it didn't come out. It just says, what's in the name in Corleone, Sicily, Sicily a lot. And that's it.
Wasn't meant to be.
What do you mean by that? Well, you can fax it again.
I guess.
I mean, some of the stuff you faxed twice, I wouldn't wish on Hitler, okay? Or even on Bush. Oh, speaking of that, this really bugs me, this story about the pet groomer. And I use that term very loosely. It's been more than a month since 16-year-old Spike, a miniature poodle, died the day after he left the Wilton Manors pet grooming salon. A month before that, Panda Bear, a Persian cat, suffered a broken leg at the same salon. Her owner says the injury has left her with a limp. On Monday of this week, Mark Goldstein, 51 of Plantation, who owned the now-defunct Happy Paws, that's P-A-W-Z, surrendered to authorities to face 2 charges of animal cruelty resulting from those cases. The news was welcomed to Brian Butler and Skip Giel, Spike's owners, and Carol Seamus, or is that Shamish, whatever that is, who owns Panda Bear. Seamus said her cat was injured on September 12th. Spike the poodle was dropped off at Happy Paws. October 15 was bleeding from the mouth when Butler picked him up that day, Butler told police. When Butler took Spike to the vet, he discovered Spike had fractured ribs, contusions on his left lung, and a tooth sheared at the roots. According to a Wilton Manors police report, Spike died October 16. I think he did the right thing by turning himself in, said Seamus of Fort Lauderdale. Unfortunately, my cat suffered for months and had to have 2 surgeries and a pin in her leg, said Butler. I hope he rots in jail. It's where he belongs.
Absolutely correct, sir.
Goldstein's attorney, Russell Williams, said his client will plead not guilty to the charges and feels sympathy for Spike's owners. He's devastated, Williams said. He couldn't believe this was happening to him. I think he's a kind and compassionate man. Right. Goldstein had been a pet groomer since 1998, Williams said. He ran Happy Paws on Wilton Drive for 3 years until his lease expired in October. Well, isn't that interesting? His lease expired and so did Spike. Is that incredible or what?
I'm not.
Wilton Manors Police Sergeant Pete Bigelson said Goldstein declined to give a statement to police. Seamus has sued Goldstein in small claims court to cover the veterinarian bills, about $1,800. She said Goldstein, whom she had known for more than 2 years, said he'd pay the bill, but is not. Sounds like a case for Judge Judy, that part of it, doesn't it?
Oh, sure.
Boy, reminds me of my experience with my 2 dogs. Let me give you a little piece of advice, folks. Don't be dropping your pets off on any strangers they really don't know a whole lot about. And even if your veterinarian recommends, see, my veterinarian, since I'm never going to use her again, I can just rip her an ass. She reminds me of doctors in South Florida. A lot of times I get a new doctor and think, oh, this guy's really great, or, the best. And then after you realize that they named you or killed you, you say, maybe they weren't quite as good as I thought they were. And the same when your veterinarian recommends, this surgeon over here needs to do an operation on Tiny's leg, and this one needs to do an operation on Winnie's ears, and, And what you find out is they're all in bed together. They all have their bunk butt buddies. And so when they recommend a place to board your animals, take your pets and run. Scream.
Oh, my God.
Yelling and carrying on. Like, just run for the hills. And don't ever let them touch your pet again. Or you'll never see it no more. That was the beginning of then, for interesting enough, both my dogs. About a little over a year apart, but that was it. Boarding for a week at a place where they treated, I don't want to go into it. Too grotesque and gruesome, especially on Thanksgiving. 56705, line 1 I notice, is still, oh, look at that. The arrow goes on. It says Leapy Lee, little arrows. It goes on, doesn't do nothing. I just mentioned that in passing, and I'm sure that there are no engineers around.
No.
And now that we got heavy-duty holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas and Chanukah and New Year's, that means nothing's going to get done for weeks and weeks and more weeks.
Right. Julio's here, though.
Julio is there?
Yeah.
What's he doing there?
Stopped by to say hi for the holidays, apparently.
Is he still there?
Back in town, visiting his family. He's not in the studios here. I just saw him in the hall.
Good man. Nice to see you, Julio, even by long distance. He misses it up here, I'll guarantee you that. He loved it. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes?
That was it.
Yes?
Oh, Neil, you're there. Okay, I'm sorry. Happy
Right.
Thanksgiving, Neil. Hey,
Happy
Neil,
Thanksgiving, sir.
that song, everybody's talking at me. That's
Right.
a song about moving to Florida. It goes like, everybody's talking at me. I don't hear a word they're saying, only the echoes of their mind. And then that song, he says, I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain.
Right, was
I'm
that
going where the weather...
was that when they were on that Greyhound, the Greyhound bus headed for Florida?
Uh-huh. Hey, Neil, will you repeat your poll? I didn't hear your poll, the poll question for today.
The poll is, what is the all-time best song from a movie?
2001 Space Odyssey. Is that on there?
That's a good one. Thank you. Just calm down. That's a good one, right?
Thus spake Zarathustra.
You ever like sing the lyrics?
Sure. Dun, dun.
2001 Space. I like that. That's good. It's certainly played enough everywhere. Everybody and their brother use that. Also in sporting events. Or if anything dramatic happens, like the end of the world, then they'll be playing that. That's a good poll question. When the end of the world comes, should they play 2001 A Space Odyssey, the theme from Rocky, or, I got another great idea. Well, because it's in the spirit of our radio station. Right? Yeah!
Oh, my God.
All that Gary glitters is not cool. Especially them porno pictures of them little kids. I don't think he was doing no investigative reporting like the Who guy.
Who?
Was it Pete Townsend?
Yes.
He wasn't doing like no investigative checking things out like Pete was.
Well, how do you know?
Well, maybe he was. Or maybe he was like finding friends for Michael Jackson. Well, you can't say that. You can't be saying that because Mark Geragos is on the warpath, baby. He's going to come down like a ton of bricks right on your ass if you even start thinking bad stuff about Michael Motorcycle. Even though we all know it's true. And LaToya said years ago, what kind of a freak, what kind of a 35-year-old man sleeps with little boys and sleeps 30 nights in a row with the same kid, huh? In the same bed. Anybody buying it? Not with a brain except those sicko Jacko fans out there. You know, the cousin of the uncle, I told you was on King last night, or one of those shows. He was talking about the fact that the family got death threats when that case was going on. Death threats.
Yeah.
Because, you'd think that, maybe Alice Cooper or Marilyn Manson, some of their fans would be like a little out of control, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson, evidently, he's got an army of very militant asshole followers out there who are they got their glove on the hand.
Right.
And their foot up each other's ass, and they're not going to take no crap no more.
They'll moonwalk over and kick your ass.
20 till 1 at 560 WQM, where we're basically alone.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Oh! WQAM.
Welcome back to the Smegma of another victorious firing, thanks to the Mo Howard and David show.
Hey, Mo! What gives with the Groucho hat?
Groucho hat? Are you insinuating that I'm an old Jew? Why, you... My hair's not back from the tailor yet, you suckling.
The tailor?
Yeah, I'm having it hemmed. Besides, it's hip. It's now. It's today. Why, you haven't even noticed my big baggy low-crotch pants here.
Oh, yeah.
Here, take a look at it. Nice and loose, too.
Very nice.
See that? Much more room for my bag. A new hat for the king. Makes me want to sing. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, bling, bling. I'm gonna have me a Hypnotic and a Hennessy. Hennessy. Wasn't that Jackie Cooper? Yeah, I'm a hipster, man. I got a do-what-tanny, do-what-ditty, tang clan. And a do-goo-goo my tan. And a wee-wee bag on a goo-goo pan. That puts my skizzle in the middle of my ishkabibble. I got more varicose veins than Mitzi Gaynor. Mizzle, grabbing on my balls. That ain't all.
Stop!
What?
I want to die.
12:45. Go right ahead, Gildy. You have our permission now. Phil in Coral Springs, who evidently is in a bad mood for the holidays, he wants to nitpick with all our mistakes, which we don't have time for all our mistakes. He said, Everything's Coming Up Roses was written by Julie Stein and Stephen Sondheim for Gypsy. Well, what's the song I'm thinking of? That Steve Allen wrote that Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet sang.
I don't know. I thought it was Ethel Merman.
Da, 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 da. Oh, that's right. Ethel Merman sang Everything's Coming. She shouted it.
Yeah.
She shouted it out. Says Steve Allen had nothing to do with it. Well, excuse me, Phil. And if that isn't bad enough, When You Wish Upon a Star is not from Peter Pan, which we both made that mistake. It's from Pinocchio. Which he's right.
He's right.
So nice going, Phil, in Coral Springs. Hope you have a wonderful holiday. Don't choke on a wishbone. And quit correcting us. We don't like nitpickers. Now, speaking of correcting people, it's my turn. Because somebody unnamed sent you this fax. And well, here's Phil Collins Against All Odds. We want to put that on her?
Is that the name of the song?
Yeah. Well, I'll find. Wait a minute.
That's the name of the movie. I thought the song was called "Take a Look at My Cow" or something like that.
Take a look at my ass. Let's see, Phil Collins against. Take a look at me now. Right. But the name of the song is "Against All Odds," and in parentheses, "Take a Look at Me Now" from the movie.
See.
Title song from Against All Odds. So Against All Odds is good enough. Plus the other thing's too long. Okay, Phil Collins, little munchkin. Step on him before it's too late. Step on him before he makes a big comeback. Now, somebody writes Unchained Melody. Well, obviously, they're thinking of the movie Ghost with the obnoxious Patrick Swayze in it. I hate to break the news to you. See, that's another classic example of what we were talking about.
Right.
Songs that were big hits, and of course, I'm sure that they think that the hit was the Righteous Brothers, one of them rest in peace. Which one died, Bill Medley? Or Bobby Hatfield? One of them is dead.
The other one, the Hatfield.
The Hatfield and McCoys?
Don't be coy.
But the fact of the matter is that even then it wouldn't be appropriate because guess who recorded it originally? Al Hibbler. On Decca Records. Al Hibbler.
Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, long time.
Now, the fact that I found that is so scary to me that it's just enough to make me want to plots, you know? I can't believe it that I found it. Because Boca Brian did put, and I think it was when Al Hibbler died, I do believe, a year or two ago. Because we're really big on people dying on this show. And he put this together. It was like a compendium of Al Hibbler's greatest hits, and that was one of them. The Unchained Melody. I don't want to play any more of them because it's crappy. Now, he was okay in his time, 100 years ago. You believe me?
No.
Al Hibbler. Let's see. His big, You'll Never Know. In fact, he had a bigger hit and it's not even on here. Nice going, Boca Brian, you idiot. Like I said, if you're going to give me Al Hibbler hits, give me the big one. 5670560, pound 560. I'm so glad I stumbled out of this today. And I've been holding it back. What else could we have done on a day before Thanksgiving and gotten a response like this, you know what?
I don't know.
Nothing. Unless we did one of our hate polls, like who do you hate today? That's always big in South Florida. WQAM.
Yeah, hi. I want to talk to Neil, please.
Speaking.
Neil, the movie with Kevin Bacon with the naked shower scene was Wild Thing.
Wild Thing. I saw that a couple of months ago. You're right.
Great movie. And
Yep. It was a wild thing, as a matter of fact.
A song for your poem, Morning After from Side Adventure.
Good one.
Gobble, gobble.
Thanks a lot, Pally. The Morning After.
Okay.
The Morning After. That was, don't tell me. Who?
Maureen McGovern.
Oh, crap. I knew it. Isn't she kin to George?
No.
Here's the article you made up for the other one. You faxed it to me about 75 times now. What's in a name in Corleone, Sicily? A lot. It says, quick, what comes to mind when you hear the word Corleone? What comes to mind?
Mamma mia!
Local lawyer Anthony DiLorenzo began a signature drive yesterday to change the... Oh, now see, this is chopped off. To change the name of the town south of Palermo made famous by The Godfather, books and movies.
And a bing, you blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit.
Of the 70s. He thinks enough is enough and wants the city's name changed to protect the innocent, but not everyone agrees. Why would you want to change the name for crying out loud?
Right.
What kind of nonsense is that?
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart. You broke my heart.
Let's go fishing, Fredo, and say a few extra Hail Marys. Some people, in fact, what was worse, when he was when he was hanging out with Al Pacino? The first time? Attica, or when he was in the boat fishing. Either way, same result. He's dead now, too. What was his name? Oh, we knew it.
I know.
We knew Fredo's name. What was it?
It's John something.
John Cazale.
That's it.
God, I'm telling you, man, I ought to go to the track.
We got a brain.
I ought to go to Mohawk. Man, oh man, am I sharp as a marble. Some people come all the way from countries such as Denmark to get married here so they can get married in a mafia town, he told Reuters by phone. It's an historic illness that we have to cure. As an honest citizen, I can't tolerate this kind of stuff. If this is the problem, then we have to change the name, he said. I'm making some of this up because it's chopped off on the right-hand margin. Corleone was made famous in the celluloid world by Don Vito Corleone, played at different ages by Marlon Brando and Roberto De Niro. But it's the real-life birthplace of a number of top mafia bosses whose ruthless bloodletting make the film pale into insignificance by comparison, I think is what it says here. Isn't that what you think it says?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Do you know who I am?
No.
I'm Mo Green. I made my bones when you were going out with cheerleaders.
Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes.
Okay, calm down. They include Toto Rino, who ruled the Mafia Supreme until his arrest in 1993, and his heir apparent, something or other, Bernardo, some greaseball, because the name is chopped off, who's been on the run for 4 decades. He's had the runs. I guess he's making up for that guy in India who never has a BM. This guy's been had the runs for 4 decades. De Lorenzo said Corleone should revert to its earlier name, Cuor de Leon, Lionheart. Well, that's not even Italian. Is it C-U-O-R?
Sounds Frenchish.
No, it is. No, it is, because it's Cuor de Leone, which is what it was, maybe it is French, which was what it was called a long time ago. He wants an historical commission to decide. This is pure folly, total rubbish, said Mayor Niccolo Nicolosi of Corleone, told Reuters by phone. Corleone and its people must take advantage of its fame to seek positive things, such as his fight against the mafia and something else. Our notoriety can help our rebirth, he said. Even some of the most active anti-mafia campaigners have ridiculed De Lorenzo's scheme. Yeah, don't mess with success, okay, baby? Otherwise...
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Exactly. 5670560. I'm telling you, man, it's in your blood. You can't get it out. You can't wash it out. You can't even shout it out. How about shout, 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 knock yourself out by Ernie Maresca? Is that on the list?
No.
WQAM.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, is this WQAM?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I was just trying to get a hold of Neil.
You're speaking to him.
Oh, it's Neil. Oh.
Yeah, we're doing screenless because we got a new producer who sweats a lot. He's very nervous.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. You caught me off guard here.
That's the idea. That's the way we play the game here on the show. We like to keep everybody on their toes, off balance a little bit, like a ballerina.
Okay. No, you had already brought up Goldfinger with Shirley Bassey.
Right.
She actually was the one that did 2 songs. I think the only person that ever did 2 songs for the
James Bond
movies, right? And I also wanted to bring up Ben-Hur and well, that was pretty much it.
Ben-Hur, wasn't that with Chuck Heston?
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He heard it was
but,
pretty good.
But the theme song in any John Barry movie that Alfred Hitchcock had there was also fantastic.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Have a great holiday, Pelly.
Okay, you too, Neil.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
Thanks. He was a little bit nervous, like Josh.
Nevertheless.
What do you say? John Barry and Alfred Hitchcock are doing it? I think that's what he said. How could you forget? Oh, yeah. Oh, we apologize again. Forget about Phil and Mudgate. Yeah. Dueling banjos from Deliverance. Oh, are we stupid or what? Are we dumb? Are we stupid? Are we morons here? We apologize. Well, we'll get it on there. We got plenty of time to vote. What?
It's already got 2 votes.
That captured the Yahoo mood perfectly. In fact, that's the Beasley family theme song. It also says, I think, that great Bernard Herrmann composed several great themes, most notably Psycho. I don't remember the theme from Psycho.
You don't?
No, that wasn't the theme. That was the shower scene. Yeah, that's the only music I recall from it. Poor Janet Leigh. She's still freaked out. The Day the Earth Stood Still, Cape Fear, and Taxi Driver, not to mention the theme for TV's Twilight Zone. Well, there was Twilight Zone, the movie.
Yeah.
But that would be bad because it was a TV show. Says, happy Thanksgiving to you and Georgie. I know in Canada it's a different day, but still. That's right, it was a month ago. We're way ahead of you. Okay, here George says, this is the best facts ever. My favorite of all time is the love theme from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
All right.
There we go. It says it was the song my ex-wife and I first danced to. Now she's dead. I wonder how she died. Oh yeah, but there's a problem with this. See, again, they don't get it. And did we put Stand By Me on there?
I forgot, did we?
I think we did. I don't think it has any votes. But this says Sea of Love. Now the only problem with that is, now that was the name of the movie, right?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Was there a movie?
Or was that from, maybe that was from the movie, with what's his name, Al Pacino. Maybe that was in that movie, The Scent of a Woman. I'm trying to think, was there, because I never saw it if there was, but I know what they're talking about. There was the Honey Drippers did Sea of Love, but that wasn't the original. Right. The original was Phil Phillips in the 60s.
Sure.
Let's see, Sea of Love, Phil Phillips with the Twilight's 259, Del Shannon 82, and 85 the Honey Drippers. Now let's look, well, isn't any of those. What the hell movie was that in?
I don't know.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm thinking it was in Scent of a Woman, but it probably wasn't. It was probably in a movie called Sea of Love. Well, somebody will know. What do you think?
I could look it up.
12:56. The Mad Dog and Curtis are going to be doing it together. You want to hear the audio from that? That'll be 2 to 4. The Humper at 4, and boy, we got some heavy-duty stuff. We got the Dave Wanstead show at 5 because the ball game is tomorrow. And Hank is going to say, hey, Dave, you think you're going to get canned, or what's the deal here? You think you're really nervous if you wouldn't have pulled that out of your ass against the Redskins, against the girls' team on Sunday? You think you got to pull out of your ass, Dave? And, of course, if they get blown out tomorrow, which probably will happen, do you think your job is secure? Those are the questions we want to hear, as Hank says to Wanstead.
Hey, stupid!
Then we got the Panthers game. The Panthers and the Rangers at the Mac Arena. Pregame at 7. Game time, 7:30 tonight.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Hi, all my favorite Republicans. This is Matt Drudge, and it's time for the... Excuse me, I'm floating. It's time once again for the Neil Rogers...
1 to 2.
Hour.
First came the blockbuster hit Pirates of the Caribbean, followed by Haunted Mansion. And now, Disney Studios presents another exciting film based on an old park ride. It's Michael Jackson's
Captain EO.
Captain EO, I think we're under attack. Don't bother me now. I'm soiling my pink silk jammies. Oh, Captain EO, they're hailing us. Okay, here I come. Oh! And I'll be right there.
We have a warrant, Mr. Jackson. Give yourself up.
Oh! Get the escape pod ready. Hi, Brown. Hi, Captain EO. Escape pod ready. Open hailing frequency. I'm sorry, officers. I can't surrender now.
And why not?
I'm standing here, making in my pants. I'm back.
Michael Jackson stars in Captain EO. Buy a ticket at your theater soon, because he's rich, so he must be better than us.
Anyway, we're all over the place with this stuff, you know what?
Yeah.
Sea of Love was the name of the movie, and Al Pacino was in it. See, I'm getting confused about that.
Right.
And the problem is, if we don't put it on there, we already put on there, Stand By Me.
Right.
And I think that the judges are going to probably come down on our ass. I don't think we should put it on there, because Sea of Love, the original one, was Phil Phillips, was long, so forget about that. Democrats promised battle on ownership. Democratic lawmakers vowed to fight a compromise between the White House and congressional Republicans on that media ownership limit bill, calling it a backroom deal. Senator Byron Dorgan, Democrat of North Dakota, ripped Republicans for tinkering with a bill already settled on by House and Senate conferees. They were going to, buck the president. They were going to stick with a 35% cap. He says, this will undermine the entire process of appropriation conferences, he said. I intend to continue to fight the overturn of the cap. And there you go. So they're going to, work on it, and then they'll be outnumbered, and they'll push it up to 39%, and Viacom will continue with their, and et cetera. It's continue going on. Now, Bridge of the River Kwai, what the was the name of that song? That wasn't the name of the song. What's the name of the song from the Bridge on the River Kwai? Was number one for 27 weeks on your hit parade, according to this Obi-Wan Kenobi faxed in.
I could whistle it for you, but I don't know the name.
Yeah, whistle it. Da 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 da. I don't know what that's called. It's definitely not. I don't know what it is.
It's not called Bridge Over the River Kwai.
No. Dale from Palmetto Bay says there was a movie called Unchained starring Crazy Legs Hirsch released in 1955. Unchained Melody was the theme from this movie. I guess we better put Unchained Melody on there. Okay, because obviously 55 was the original by Al Hibbler on Decca Records that I played only moments ago, and if you think I'm playing it again, you're nuts. Let's see, it says, Ray the Banjo Boy from Deliverance. I thought you might be interested in this story from the New Yorker November 17 issue. Also an interesting article on Wesley Clark and some issues. Says Steve in Vero Beach. Thanks, Steve. Have a great holiday. Where's the article? You never sent it. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Phil. No, Phil, you're a lot sharper than we are, okay? You're sharp as a tack and we're sharp as a goddamn bowling ball. Steve Allen, this could be the start of something big. Now, everything's coming up roses. Isn't that the same? As this could be the start of something big. Pretty close. I always confuse those two songs, so excuse me, but he did write that, and then Steve and Edie recorded it. Remember Steve and Edie?
Oh.
By the way, did I ever tell you that Steve Lawrence's brother was the elevator operator at the track?
You might have mentioned it.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, man, nothing like getting old. Trust me, I know all about it. Is this the article about the Banjo Boy?
I sent it, so.
Oh, here it is. I got it. Billy Redden is synonymous with a singular type of movie role, the Banjo Boy. He definitely is kin to the Beasleys. Make no mistake about that. Says he got to start in the 1972 film Deliverance, which followed 4 urbanites on a canoe trip through rural Georgia as they were trying to get to Aintree up the Cohulawasi River. After a bit of exposition, the film really begins at Backwoods gas station where Redden, as Lonnie, sits with a banjo on a port swing, arrestingly still, his pale, flat eyes and stony face, those of a fledgling buzzard. On a casting call at the local Clayton Elementary School, the filmmakers had chosen Redden for his insular look. Ned Beatty's character, Bobby, glances at Lonnie, it should have been Looney, at Lonnie and murmurs, talk about genetic deficiencies, isn't that pitiful? See, I don't remember that. Do you remember that line?
No.
I don't either. But when Drew, played by Ronnie Cox, drums a chord on his guitar, Lonnie answers it, and soon the two are locked in a gleeful call and response to the bluegrass hit, Dueling Banjos. God damn, you play a mean banjo, Drew shouts, going to shake Lonnie's hand, whereupon the boy turns away. Redden's scene-stealing inscrutability foreshadows the events to come, including Drew's death, and notoriously Bobby's being forced to squeal like a pig. That's good stuff. Thank you, whoever faxed that. That's interesting crap, you know it?
Sure enough. There's more.
Yeah, kind of foreshadowed some pretty heavy-duty crap.
Rectum.
Right. Don't get sore about it, Ned.
Too late.
Maybe that's why he hauling ass on poor Howard Beale in the other movie. I'll tell you right now, Network's the most important movie of our lives, and you don't know it. Even you punks out there especially. And even you people who saw it don't know it, but it is. WQAM, hello. Nobody there on line 2. See, I just babble and babble, and they just don't hang on. Too bad. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Colonel Bogey's March is the name
Thank
of the
you
song.
so much. That's it.
There you go. Have
Thanks.
a good day.
How about you two? The Colonel Bogey March. Don't bogey that joint now.
Colonel.
Seems like Humphrey Bogart is everywhere, you know, even bogey in that. Colonel Bogey March. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. See, punks don't know from that song.
Sure
because
they
nobody
do.
would see the...
It's everywhere.
And this, you know, my pseudo-intellectual movie review book, they ripped the hell out of that movie, Bridge on the River Kwai.
It was a good movie. Punks know about it because that was Obi-Wan.
Well, I'm just telling you, they ripped the hell out of it. Whether you like it or not, I'm just passing it along. I don't agree with them. I thought it was in fact, it's listed as one of the top 100 movies of all times in those polls, by the experts, the so-called experts.
Uh-huh.
Here's the way the poll is going so far. What is the all-time best song from a movie? And the reason I'm doing this is because last Tuesday, the American Film Institute looks at 100 years of movie music, and they put out they're actually not putting it out. When is it coming out? Oh, they did put it out, and I see, they're vying. They put out the contenders, but they haven't had the voting yet. It's gonna be sometime next year. June, we got a long time to wait. We chose songs that filmmakers use to help tell their story, said Bob Gazelle, no relation to John Cazale, director of AFI Productions, which will put on a broadcast in June of next year where the top 100 songs will be unveiled. That should take a long time, unless they're going to do like 3 or 4 notes from each one. Somewhere over there, like that. Yeah, like that. Okay, what do we got going on the poll now? Somewhere Over the Rainbow, is that still in the lead? Boy, it's been there right from the start, and it is just refusing to relinquish the lead. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, 49, just like a front runner driven by Kevin Wallace at Pompano Park. Doesn't want to give up that lead. The Godfather, El Padrino, 45, right on Judy Garland's ass. Stayin' Alive, 32. As time goes by, has got
about 30, man.
Kyle's Mom is a Big Fat Bitch, got 27. White Christmas, 26. I haven't played that yet. Mrs. Robinson, 20. Star Wars Theme, 18. How does that go? I Had the Tiger, 17. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is tied with One Tin Soldier, 13. Oh, One Tin Soldier. I just wanted to die. What was the song the guy was talking about before by the, not Tony Orlando and Dawn? Who was it? Mike Curb Congregation. What was this song?
Huh?
Oh, boy, do I hate the Mike Curb Congregation. But you hate a lot. Yeah, I do. I've been around a long time. I've learned to hate a lot of stuff.
Don't hate. Don't play a hate.
Yeah, I do. The Way We Were has got 11. I hate that. And I hate Barbra Streisand. Gonna Fly Now, Rocky's got 10. I hate that, and I hate the Sly Stallone. I do like Shady Attire. Everybody's Talking, Nilsson, 9, Midnight Cowboy. I was trying to ask the guy that called before if they were like, if that dialogue was going on a Greyhound bus when we were headed for Miami, although Dustin didn't make it. What was his name in that movie?
I don't know. It was like 10 years old.
Oh, come on. Dustin Hoffman's character in a movie, Midnight Cowboy?
Tootsie.
No, come on. Jesus.
I don't know. I was watching Marathon Man last night, though.
Oh, brother. Is he still running?
Yeah, he is.
He just keeps running. He's like the Energizer Bunny, man. He just keeps running and running. I guess I got to look up in this nasty book of mine. Meet the Freebies. The Phoebes. I thought it said Meet the Freebies. I thought it was about South Florida. What am I looking for?
Midnight Cowboy.
Can't even remember the name of the damn movie I'm looking for. Here's Miami Blues. A Midnight Clear. Midnight Cowboy. Let's see. What the hell am I looking for? Why am I looking for Midnight Cowboy?
I forgot. I thought it was a bad idea from the beginning.
No, I'm looking for the name. The name of the Ratso. I didn't even find it. Okay, I didn't find it. In fact, it didn't even list it in here. Ratso Rizzo. Wasn't that his name?
Yes, that sounds.
Not in here, but that was his name. Just came to me. Nice going, Neil.
Oh God.
You feeble-minded old fart. 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless mine. See what I mean? What? See, all of you, when you get old, your brain will say, okay, you've reached capacity. And it's like when your hard drive is full and there's no room left at the end. And then you're out. Deep Tsurus. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I got a song for Neil.
Go ahead.
Woodstock, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
How could we leave that out?
That's a classic. All right,
have a great holiday, man. Thanks. Woodstock, right? CSNY. With or without the Y. We don't need Neil Young, you know? Right. Why did they always drag him along?
He needs to get paid, too.
5670560. We got an impressive list here so far. Did I actually ever finish reading this, or did I interrupt myself?
No, you interrupted yourself. That's all right.
Oh, where the hell was I?
Who cares?
Yeah, it's just killing some time. Suicide is Painless. Oh, Shaft has got 9. That's where I left off at 10, because I said I hate Rocky. Suicide is Painless, the theme for MASH, 9. Old Time Rock and Roll, 9. Moon River, 9. Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Great Audrey Hepburn, She's Still Dead. Everybody's Talking. That's where I left off with Nilsson, 9. Live and Let Die, 6. That was good. I like that. Good movie, good song. Mm-hmm. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, 5. Got one more vote for Aerosmith there, probably his daughter. What the hell's her name, Bonnie Tyler?
Right.
Don't You Forget About Me, 5. Stand By Me's got 4. Arthur's theme's got 4. See, and you poo-pooed that, man. Arthur's theme. You said,
Worst song ever.
Well, it's Criss Cross. He sucks.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. Goldfinger 3, When You Wish Upon a Star 3 from Pinocchio. How about some from Song of the South?
Right. Zippity-doo-dah.
Zippity-doo-dah. And if you want to go out and rent Song of the South, you can't.
Although,
so that
some people have a pirate copy.
Some people have a pirate copy, which for the right price, George will loan you. 113 at 560 WQM if you want a really fantastic meal. Vic and Herbs, you want something fast, something fresh, something really delicious, something with some taste to it. You know, when you go to a fast food joint, everything tastes like crap. It's all prefabricated. The meat in some of those places tastes like tires, and everything generally is the same crap. That's why Vic and Herbs is so popular in Rochester, and they've been around since 1934. And the good news for South Floridians is that it's right in Fort Lauderdale now. You'll find Vic and Herbs on Federal Highway just south of Broward Boulevard and the tunnel on the east side. Vic and Herbs is like the old days, man. Not prefab fast food garbage, but everything cooked fresh to order right in front of your puss. Go and enjoy a really great burger or hot dog served hot, fresh, and fast. And the good news for you is that they use the best ingredients because Vic and Herbs is brought to you in Fort Lauderdale by the same guys who feed you cheeseburger, those big fat ones. And Vic and Herbs uses the same fresh 100% ground chuck meat as cheeseburger. And speaking of a big fat one, they offer you an incredible, big, gigantic quarter-pound hot dog that'll do a dance in your tonsils. And speaking of that, the reason that Vic and Herbs stands above the rest is that signature meat sauce that they've been making for years, which they just ladle on to all of their good stuff like nothing you've ever had before in your life. They got a great breakfast menu, too. Omelets cooked to order, French toast, pancakes, all your favorite side dishes. So whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whenever you're in the mood for something really fast and delicious, this is the place. Vic and Herbs on Federal Highway, just south of Broward Boulevard on the tunnel on the east side. If you're from the Rochester area, by the way, it's the same great stuff that you love for years and years right in Fort Lauderdale now. Vic and Herbs, tell them that old Neil sent you by. Like I said, tell them that old Neil.
We're Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Deliciously different marijuana. Deliciously different marijuana.
All right.
Yeah. Don't look at me. I didn't put that in there.
All right.
Wow.
I'm seething like a white Christian about the Jews and gay homos.
Oi!
How I'd love to bury those Christ-killing fairies who don't know the Bible like I know. I'm seething like a white Christian, and how we all must think and act alike and not to think whenever it's appropriate. Yes, wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody in the world was white and Christian and looked the same and said the same things? Boring? I don't think so. No, to me, that would be paradise and Republican ways. I'm seething like a white Christian, and how we all must think alike. All the gays, black and Yitlach, must die.
Oi!
Until everybody's Christian and
whack!
I didn't realize there was a second page of the Banjo Boy story, which came in like a little bit delayed.
That's how they came in here.
There's more to it. So it talks about these guys from the movie they were filming there, Big Fish. Is that it?
Huh?
It says eventually 2 Big Fish crew members drove through northeast Georgia one Sunday asking, does anybody know where the Banjo Boy lives? They finally found him in Dillard, Georgia. Redden, who's now 47, works 10 hours a day as a cook and dishwasher at the nearby Cookie Jar Cafe. He was hesitant first about taking time off to appear in another film. For one thing, he had always regretted being the poster boy for Deliverance's gothic view of rural America. For another, he hadn't enjoyed working with film star Burt Reynolds. Burt didn't want to say nothing to nobody, Redden says now. He wasn't polite, and he made us look real bad. He said on television that all people in Rabun County do is watch cars and go by and spit. Hey, watch cars go by and they spit. How do you like that? And it goes on about his the banjo and about Mama had to sell the banjo because she was desperate, needed money to pay for the bills. Daddy died when he was a baby. That's kind of interesting crap. Anyway, let's see. Take My Breath Away from by Berlin from Top Gun. Got that? Take My Breath Away?
Got it.
Okay. Now Nadine, who's a good friend, at least was 100 years ago, Johnny Depp, writes and says, I've been out of town, very busy, need to tell you that women do listen to your show, even though some can be intimidated by you. I wonder why. Knowing you and being a big fan since 77, the Garlic Festival. The Garlic Festival in Tom Denenberg. Thanks a lot, Tom. I still have pneumonia from that, you idiot. She says, I put you on top of my list. Neil Rogers, Johnny Depp, Tom Welling, Enrique Iglesias, and Tom Brady. I think I got the same parts. They just don't look quite the same. Can't wait to see Harvey as Mrs. Santa in the Macy's Day Parade, which I'm attending. P.S. World's Sexiest Man Alive, Johnny Depp Parade. They finally woke up. My daughter Julie, who grew up with Johnny in Miramar, upon my request, wrote to him. I'll keep you updated if I have any response. Have a great holiday, Nadine. And if Julie does get a response, let us know if there's like a stain on the letter. Like on the envelope, maybe. Like I remember years ago they used to put they sealed the wax.
Sealing wax.
Sealing wax, right. The red sealing wax made it kosher. Maybe there'll be something like that after a few whacks. How about Mona Lisa from the Mona Lisa movie performed by the great and late and dead Nat King Cole?
Okay.
Mona Lisa. Boy, he had such a wonderful voice, you know.
Buttery.
Like butter. That's right. Now, how about Natalie Cole? She ain't no bad shakes. Didn't she have, what song she got from some movie?
I don't know.
And what about Diana Ross from Mahogany?
Right. Theme
right?
From, right.
From Mahogany.
Mm-hmm. I'll put it down.
How come we don't have that on there?
We're slow.
Well, there's only about, how many thousand?
About 30, man.
About 30,000 of these, so that's why this is a great pull. It's an endless list. I could have gone, see, I wasn't really going to even do this today, and I'm so glad I did. Let's see, Mahogany, Diana Ross. Where the hell is it? I don't even see it.
Where are you looking?
Here it is, theme from Mahogany. Do you know where you're going to?
Yes, I do.
From the movie Mahogany, starring Ross, #1 adult contemporary hit for 1 week, 11/22/75, and on the Billboard Top 40, it reached #1. Diana Ross, that's back before she became a man, and before she became so obnoxious. We used to like Diana Ross once upon a time. That's not one of those people.
Sure,
like Tom Cruise. We liked a lot. Stick to the music, honey, and quit being a crazy bitch, and quit bellyaching about this and about that, and about how they want to check your boobies at the airport in London. Always got a problem, that bitch. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. See, most of the female celebrities that I like, I can't speak for anybody else, most of them are dead. You know, like Elizabeth Montgomery. She's dead.
Right.
And most of the ones around today, like, Roseanne and Rosie O'Donnell and Barbara Streisand. Oh, jeez. You know?
Those aren't today, celebrities?
I'm talking about the ones that are still alive.
Boy.
Okay, I'll give you another one. How about Ellen DeGeneres? Do you like her?
No.
Oh, my God.
I don't know which direction you're looking. There's lots of beautiful, wonderful female celebrities.
I'm not talking about what they look like. I'm talking about, name me a great female celebrity. How about, what's her name? Julia Roberts. Now, I like Julia Roberts.
Nothing wrong with her.
But a lot of people hate her like poison for some reason.
I don't know why. She's fine.
Maybe they're jealous. Maybe they know that Eric Roberts is her brother. I don't like him.
Right. Charlize Theron.
Oh, man, I don't like him. You know who I'm talking about? Eric Roberts?
Eric Roberts, yeah, he's a movie killer.
Just bugs me. There's something about him. He looks like he's been sleeping with some guy. Here's your friend Puerto Rican Ralph. PR Ralph says, first of all, have a great steak day on Thursday, but how about Putting on the Ritz from Young Frankenstein?
Well, they performed the movie. I mean, they performed that song in the movie.
Isn't that
from like the 20s?
Yeah, it's an old song. It's an old ancient song. Here's one. It says, I'd like to nominate Laura's Theme by Michael Jari from Dr. Zhivago. Laura's Theme. That's definitely got to be on there, right?
How does that go?
I don't know. I remember how it goes, but I do remember the song, Laura's Theme from Dr. Zhivago. It was big. It was huge. It was humongous, man. It was gigantic.
Okay, I remember
How many weeks on the top 80 list?
About 30, man.
Right. You don't remember it?
I remember Bohemian Boatman.
I just don't remember how it goes. Somebody will call in, whistle it, hum it, do something. 26 after 1 at 560 WQM. Happy Thanksgiving to you. There's just, like I said before, we're just all alone. There's nobody. Is there anybody in the building except the three of us?
No, and Julio.
And Julio. I thought you said Julio was gone.
Oh, but he sent his love.
Have a great holiday, Julio. Love you, baby. Good man. One of the few good guys that ever walked through them doors, and that's why they screwed him over, fired his ass.
He said he's working for Univision in Phoenix, Arizona, and boy, do those beaners talk funny, he says.
All right. Well, good for you, man. Good for you. Congratulations for getting out of that toilet, getting away from especially Bob Vermouth and George Corso and all them other goyim in engineering. Nice going, Julio.
He says all the spics are brown in Phoenix.
And we wrote your name on the alley walls there just to make sure that people know you were here. Big news, Hallett Pontiac GMC is now Auto City Pontiac GMC of Pinecrest. Our good, close, personal buddy, Tom Lehman. And thanks a lot for all the memories, by the way, Tom. Good man. Has sold the dealership to Lamberto Perez of Auto City Buick Pontiac GMC of Homestead. And you can expect all the same great service and deals because the general sales manager who's been there about 100 years, Joe Prieto, he's still there. They're not going to mess with him. Stop by Auto City Pontiac GMC of Pinecrest for great Neil Rogers deals on all makes and models in stock right as I speak. And right now you can take advantage of 0% financing for up to 72 months or save up to $9,000, $9,000 with rebates and incentives right now at Auto City Pontiac GMC. And the Neil deals are still going on. It's at 13401 South Dixie Highway, that same great location. That's US 1 across from the Fall Shopping Center. Open every day, 7 days a week. If you want more info on those special Neil deals, all you do is call the Neil Rogers Neil Deal Hotline. See, they still mention my name a whole bunch of times.
About 30, man.
In the spot, so things must be okay. The Neil Rogers Neil Deal Hotline, it's toll-free, 1-888-534-4211. See, Wayne didn't buy this car dealership like that other, remember that?
Yeah.
That's 1-888-534-4211. Don't forget, all offers are subject to credit approval. See our friends at Auto City Pontiac GMC for details. The brand new and exciting used to be Hallett Pontiac, but now it's Auto City Pontiac GMC of Pinecrest. Low prices without the high pressure.
High and low. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Do you have a heart or a liver?
Coming up tonight on Inside the Behind, the True Hollywood Celebrity Music Biography Profile Story. It's the question that has plagued the music industry for years. Just how did Hanson happen?
That was one of my better ones.
In his first ever television interview, Satan tells Inside the Behind about the gaping maw of hell that made room for the Hanson brothers.
Oh, it was perfect. 3 adorable white brothers growing up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, little knowing that they were part of my grand design to inflict pain on the entire world.
Taylor, Isaac, and Zach Hanson were raised by loving parents who encouraged their ability to play music.
Yes, yes. Teach them well, Mr. and Mrs. Hanson.
The brothers played hundreds of local venues until, at a record industry mixer, they were discovered by a Hollywood record producer.
Of course it was me. I love coming to Earth in the form of a Hollywood record producer. And I knew that those Hanson boys would outdo even my earlier triumph, Debbie Gibson.
And then, in 1997, Bop reached #1 in every corner of the globe.
And you went mad, you puny humans, didn't you? Oh, it was glorious to watch. Here, listen again. How you like me now? How you like me now?
Satan's only regret is that Hanson vanished from the radar screen after only one hit.
Oh, I would have loved to have kept them around, but it was part of the deal I made with God. I get to unleash one brain-numbing piece of crap every year, and he keeps you two going. Still... Suckers!
Hanson. Aw, hell. It's a big, juicy, sopping wet look at show business. Tonight, on Inside the Behind.
133 at 560 WQM. Here's one that says, and I guess this could be on there, theme from the Valley of the Dolls, sung by Dionne Warwick, with Sharon Tate. How's Sharon doing these days?
Oh, won't see her no more.
I'll tell you one thing about, speaking of Sharon Tate, if anybody is against the death penalty, here's the best living ad for the death penalty is Charlie Manson.
Sure.
And speaking of that, the judge now says that he may actually let John Hinckley go and do those weekend visits at home, unsupervised.
Yeah.
Is that unbelievable?
Yeah.
Man, oh man, Zion America, baby, that's all I can tell you. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. You got that on there, Valley of the Dolls?
Is that the name of it?
Theme from the Valley of the Dolls is the name of the, oh, see, it says theme. Ooh, yeah, that's the name of it.
Whatever. All right.
I wish till I could remember how Laura's theme goes from Dr. Zhivago because it was very, very big. Was it like Mitch Miller or Ray Conniff? Ray Conniff. Or wait a minute, wasn't it Somewhere My Love?
That's it. Somewhere My Love.
Well, I think it's Somewhere My Love. Laura's theme is like the another name for it.
Somewhere My Love. Oh, sure, everywhere.
Everybody
Every 5
knows
minutes you hear that.
Well, I'm telling you, my mind is sharp today. I got to go to the track. I got to go play the lottery. I got to go do it. Go play with it. 5670560. Line 9 is ringing now, which is always exciting, but there's nobody on it. Damn it. I bet you that was the big one. WQAM.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Yes, sir. Great.
Good. Just a couple quick things. First, you want a song for the movie? Your
Right.
poll for today?
Uh-huh.
Okay, this one goes back to 1970. Elton John, Friends.
Oh,
Nice piece of music. We used to play it on AOR radio years ago.
it was okay.
Yeah, it was all right.
A little syrupy. It was all right.
Well, it was not very long. It was only about 2.5 minutes, but, you know.
Thank God.
Yeah. The other thing was I didn't get a chance to hear what was the result of the poll last night.
Of our poll?
Yeah, was it Wesley Clark? Did he win?
No, Howard Dean won by about 40, 50 votes. They were a million miles ahead of everybody. 22% said Bush was unbeatable, which is depressing, but, we press on.
Well, it's scary enough with that rape bill that passed in the House yesterday.
Yeah.
I was in Publix, and this one girl comes up to me and she says, "You look a little dismayed. What's the matter?" I said, I just heard some bad crap on the radio. She says, "Well, what about?" I said, "Well, do you read the paper? You know what's going on in the Senate and the House today with the Medicare bill?"
Oh, yeah, right. Right.
Yeah, well, you'll love the response. I don't know if it's too puke-inducing to tell you, but I guess I will. She says, "Well, I don't vote. I let other people decide that for me." And I'm like, unbelievable.
There you go.
Let me give you a quick trivia question that was
Yes,
on
sir.
Jeopardy a couple of weeks ago. And this should probably help put a lot of things into perspective.
I despise that show, and Alex Trebek is Canadian, but go ahead.
Eh? Yeah, I know what you mean. But just take it into account. Let's look at percentages. Between 0 and 100, neither being the correct answer.
About 30, man.
Probably less. But what is the percentage of Americans, figure on the ages of average 22 to 25 and up, that have one 4-year degree? Just one
10.
bachelor's degree.
10.
You're way high.
4.
You're still high.
2.
It's 3.5, less than 3.5.
Wow.
And if you go for a master's degree, now you're looking at less than 1%.
Hmm.
Just look around.
Yeah.
That's it, baby.
I hear them sounds. They're drifting all the way up here. Like that.
I
Have
know.
a great holiday, man.
Toronto's a great place. I used to visit it often from 65 on up till a couple of years ago.
I love it like you wouldn't believe. It's just great. Civilized, that's the word. Keep that word in mind, man.
You ever
Civilized.
get down to Britnell's?
No.
At Young and Bloor?
No, where is it?
Young and Bloor.
No, I know where Young and Bloor is, but what is the place?
Britnell's. It's the best bookstore in Toronto.
How about the world's largest bookstore on Edward Street downtown?
Yeah, I've been there too, but Britnell's, well, my aunt used to work there before she died. It was a great store. A lot of great stuff in Britnell's.
I'll go up there this afternoon. Have a great one.
See you, pal.
Bye. Thanks, Pally. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. You know, one of the reasons that I like, plus the fact that I'm here, but one of the reasons I like this studio so much better is because it's a little smaller and so compact, I can go online here, which you'll notice I have much, much more information. Like if anything happens, forget about the TV, because the TV a lot of times the CNN is slow and MSNBC. But you can go online, and it's sitting right here,
right,
as opposed to where you're sitting right there. You see how unwieldy that whole thing is?
I have to put the keyboard over here on my
And they
lap.
got the keyboard on the copy file there. It's a piece of crap. It's exactly what you'd expect from George Corso. But Julio helped to build this studio, and of course our good friends up here in Toronto. Let's see, I was going to fax earlier to nominate Waltzing Matilda from the movie On the Beach with Gregory Peck. Then the lady called with Everybody's Talking, and that's my vote. Waltzing Matilda. Boy, that's 100 years old. Yeah? On the Beach with Gregory Peck? I don't remember that.
I don't
Do
think
you?
it came from that movie. It's an old Australian folk song.
Yes, they did play the song when Ratso and Joe Buck were on the bus to Florida. They also played it with the opening credits. Everybody's talking about me. Yeah. We're on our way to Miami. And like Anne Bancroft said, we all go to Florida to die. Too bad
Hey.
Sarah Goldfarb never made it, and neither did Harry.
No.
I don't think.
No.
But what's her name? She'll come and see you.
No, she
What was her name?
Marion.
Very good, Marion. That movie is so good. It was on again the other night on IFC, and I couldn't turn it off. I watched the last hour and a half of it again. Requiem for a Dream. It is so... and that beaner you got there, Miguel, pretending to be a Cuban, this guy's like, he's from Mexico.
He must be.
No, seriously, anybody would say... what was his comment? He didn't get it? He didn't see what the big deal was?
What's not to get? It was
Jesus.
artistry.
God almighty, the movie is just phenomenal. And the acting is so good, it's scary. Everybody, every single one in the movie, even from Damon Wayans.
Right, and we didn't think he could be a dramatic actor.
He was good. Hey, Jim. See, I guess I learned something about that. Now, listen. So you didn't know the answer either. I guess that's what they all call everybody is Jim.
I was
Don't you
saying,
get it?
man. I was saying, like,
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah, Jim. Oh,
Don't
man,
shoot
Jim.
at that, Jim.
Oh, yeah, when he just before he dragged his white ass to the hospital there.
Right.
And you could tell they were 600 miles, so you figure out what the hell is halfway between New York and Florida. And you got to know it was like in the Carolinas. Nothing could be finer than a hospital in Carolinas in the morning. And then the thing that was so amusing to me was the fact that the doctor, even though he had that very short cameo, the doctor that looked at his arm and then made sure he took all the drugs and stuff, that's the guy from Happiness.
Right.
That was the pedophile from Happiness, was the doctor in Requiem for a Dream. Anyway, it goes on to say, Hoffman's name in the movie was Enrico Rizzo. Enrico. He liked being called Rico. When Joe Buck heard the skinny-ass dyke in the restaurant scene called him Ratso, he started calling him that. The song is performed by Nilsson, but written by Fred Neil. Was that Kindu?
Oh, God.
He was born in St. Petersburg, lived in Coconut Grove for a long time, and died of cancer in 2001 in Summerlin Key. He was a great songwriter. He also wrote The Other Side to This Life and The Dolphins. Thanks a lot, Jerry, and Bonita Springs are one of our top 5 faxes of all time. He's good. How about the theme from Gone with the Wind? I think it's called Terrace Theme. I thought Terrace Theme was Somewhere My Love. The theme from Gone with the Wind.
Oh. Now we're reaching.
Oh.
We're scraping now.
And Climb Every Mountain, Edelweiss, or the song from Sound of Music.
Huh?
Or Smile from an old Chaplin film. What do you say? No.
No.
I say no. Climb every mountain. How about Laura's theme and Tara's theme and Tara's theme?
Terror's theme?
See, now they're playing on it. Now they're playing with our minds. They're getting us confused. Can't stand it. 19 till 2 at 560 WQAM. And I have a feeling now it's 5147. Somewhere Over the Rainbow is hanging on, which got to be, old farts like me voting for that. 51 votes, but The Godfather is right on their ass. Listen to it. With 47 votes. Let's put them over the top. What do you say?
Sure.
Or something bad might happen. You know what I mean? Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Brandy's Shoes is still going strong, better than ever. They've been in town for over 25 years. In fact, this year, 2003, this is their 25th anniversary of doing people right on their feet. And that's why Brandy's is still around while the others are come and gone. They got all the top names in the shoe business. You love them, and they got them. Rockports, Echoes, Mephisto, Timberland, Clark's, SAS, Florsheim, all the top names, and all the sizes, too. They got men's sizes 6 to 15, women's 5 to 12, and widths from the very narrow to the very big, fat, and wide. Don't forget, when you get old, your feet get wider, too, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
In fact, I'm looking down right now. It's like the old platypus. And they got people that give you friendly personal service, too. That's why people love shopping at Brandy's, because they make sure you get a perfect fit every time. Brandy's Shoes, you'll find them in that same great spot, 1290 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 till 9, Sundays 10 to 5. And as part of their 25th anniversary celebration, this week, even better than normal, great savings on men's and women's SAS shoes going on right now all this week. Or, if you want more info on their sale this week and every week, just check out their website, Brandy's Shoes, that's with 2 S's, brandyshoes.com.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Now, a phone conversation between Queen Elizabeth and the heir apparent, her son, Prince Charles.
Hello?
Hello, Charles.
Yeah.
It's Mum.
Mom. What are you calling for again, Mom?
I'm worried about you, Charles.
Mom, you can't keep calling me every day.
I'm very worried.
You call me like 10 times a day, Mom.
I've been handed the newspaper here.
The Daily Mirror?
Yes.
I don't read such rubbish.
Well, did you happen to see the front page?
I didn't see it, Mum. I don't read such rubbish, I've told you.
It says, is Charles bisexual?
It says what?
Is it true, Charles?
What does it say, Mum?
Is Charles bisexual?
What does it mean by that, Mum?
It means you like the lassies and the lads.
I don't like the lads, Mum. Don't cry, Mum.
It's true, isn't it?
Please don't cry, Mum.
It's true.
It's not true.
I knew I should have thought something went wrong when I caught you listening to Clay Aiken.
I like him, Mum. He's a good singer. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it.
And all those Barbra Streisand movies in the collection.
I I loved her in Yettle, Mum. That doesn't make me a boy.
How's Harry?
Harry's fine.
Willis?
Watching him shower right now. Why are you crying, Mum?
It's true, isn't it?
What?
It's true.
It's not true.
You're bisexual.
I am not bisexual. I don't have any sex. The woman I'm dating, Mum, looks like a horse. I mean, she doesn't give it to me at all. You know that.
But is that why you go for the men?
I don't go for the men, Mum.
So it's not true.
I'm going to be the king of England.
Yes, that's what I'm worried about.
What, why are you worried, Mum?
You'll be the king and the queen.
I can't continue this conversation any longer, Mum.
All right.
My date's here.
Your date? Camilla?
Come on in, Ernie.
Who is that?
Just a friend.
Is that Camilla?
It's Ernie.
Ernie? Who's Ernie?
My friend Ernie.
Who is Ernie?
We play football together, Mum.
You don't play football.
We play games together, Mum. I've got to go now, Mum. Stop crying. Stop crying.
149 at 560 WQM1. I like that little thing on the end of that, too. Too bad we didn't have a trip to you on that WIOD delicious marijuana thing.
Yeah, that is too bad.
Anyway, Tara's theme, that has to be on there because that is the theme from Gone with the Wind. It's just, we had Lara's theme and then Tara's theme, and I thought, what is this? You know, they hit me from both sides, a blind side. Of course, that's big. That's the theme from Gone with the Wind by Percy Faith. Don't remember that?
Sure.
Tara's theme. Tara. Get with it. And also, this is a good one. Michelle Legrand and the Summer Nose, theme from Summer of 42. Hermie was a little squirmy with Jennifer O'Neill. Wasn't Jennifer O'Neill in that movie?
I guess.
And wasn't she also in the reincarnation of Proud Peter with Michael Sarrazin? Peter Proud?
Yes.
That's a good movie. That's a really, you wouldn't like it.
I saw
Did you see it?
I liked it, yeah.
What's not to like?
Right. I know how it ends.
I liked the mother. Oh boy, she was a real piece of work. She was a real, if you look up bitch in the dictionary, her picture's next to it. She's a nasty bitch.
My mom's is.
Summer of 42, it's called The Summer Nose is the name of the song, Summer Nose. Okay, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the best all-time song from movie 51, Godfather, Il Padrino 49, It's Getting Tight, Stayin' Alive 33, Come on Morris, Don't Go to Mount Sinai, please. Carl's Mom is a Big Fat Bitch 32. As Time Goes By has got
about 30, man.
White Christmas 26, Mrs. Robinson. I thought that movie was highly overrated, by the way. 24, Star Wars theme 21, Eye of the Tiger 19, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly 16. I'll only do double digits. 110 Soldiers got 13. Way We Were 12, Old Time Rock and Roll 12, Suicide is Painless from MASH 10, Shaft 10. Moon Rivers got 10, Everybody's Talking 10, and Gonna Fly Now from Rocky has got 10. WQAM.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Happy Thanksgiving, a day early to you and
back
George.
to you.
I'm going to throw a couple out here for you.
Okay.
Frankie Lane, theme from Blazing Saddles.
Okay.
B.J. Thomas, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head.
I think we got that one. Did we put that on there, George, or not? We did.
Dionne Warwick, the theme from Alfie.
Oh, what's it all about?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Andy Williams, Days of Wine and Roses.
The Days of Oh, that's got to be on there. Thanks a lot, Pally.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Yeah, in fact, they had a biography Andy Williams was on a couple nights ago. You want to know what I like about Andy Williams the most?
I give up.
Is that we don't see him anymore. No, I mean, he was good in that very old-fashioned way. He had a good voice, and, he didn't ever steal a freight train, didn't bother anybody. I mean, if you don't like the Osmonds, you can hold that against him. Or Pat Boone, you can hold that against him, too. But he's okay, Andy Williams. There's somebody we all like, right?
Yeah,
we don't. No, like I said, after his career was pretty much done, he went back into the woodwork. He's got his golf tournament going. He does his Christmas special, or at least he did for 100 years, and that's it. Days of Swine and Roses, man. Get that on there right now.
You got it.
You got it?
Got it.
You got Friends? You got What's It All About, Alfie? And what the hell time is Dion's psychic hotline coming on?
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAQAM.
From the Twisted Minds who brought you Halloween comes an entirely new dimension in horror. Don't look in the oven, or you'll experience the stark, naked terror that is Thanksgiving. A family just like yours eats a bird that was once alive.
More stuffing, Todd?
Mm-hmm. And they eat until they feel like they're going to explode. But it doesn't stop there.
Uncle Luther.
Now it's time to entertain the in-laws.
Is that fish I smell or the dog? I'm allergic, you know.
And you'll think they're never going to leave.
So, where do I put these suitcases?
And just when you thought you could escape by watching TV, you discover there is no way out.
Now game number 2 of our holiday NFL quadruple header.
Thanksgiving. The annual terror is back.
Was that a good lamp?
Oh.
Now playing in the dining room near you.
157 at 560, 158. Look at that. Curtis Stevenson, see, I think they gave us like a blind switch here. A bait and switch.
Is that what it was?
Because it said Mandich and Mad Dog's not working today. He's on his way to Dallas, probably with a mole man.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine the trips that they have together when they have to travel on a plane?
No thanks.
Oh, man. Probably Mo is made to sit in cargo. Anyway, I'm all right. Jim Mandish's fave from Caddyshack. It says the ultimate sports little comedy. Thanks, John in Fort Lauderdale. Kenny Loggins, I'm all right. Got it?
Got it.
And Tom says, which goes to show that we're not the only one who make bad mistakes. Just to be accurate, the song Woodstock was performed in the movie by Joni Mitchell, not Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Old Young. How do you like that?
Yeah.
Well, everybody wants to get it right. You're just, you're just trying to fake your way through the 4 hours.
Uh-huh.
Just schlock.
What's your point?
That's what I'm doing, too. Speaking of that, well, let's take a look at the totals there, the Peaches totals. And don't forget, this is the time of the year now. Tomorrow's the busiest shopping day, the day after tomorrow of the year. So let's get that Best of Neil merchandise going. Make a great holiday gift for Christmas, Chinooka, the Howard David keychains, the Mo crap, and our Best of Neil 2002, 2003 CDs for a great cause, Abandoned Pet Rescue. Let's get with it. Just go online and click it on and cut loose with some cash. The all-time best song from a movie, Somewhere Over the Rainbow's got 53. The Godfather's got 50. It is so tight you could barely slip a curly hair in between them. Kyle's Mom is a Big Fat Bitch, 35. Stayin' Alive, 34. As time goes by, has got
about 30, man.
White Christmas, 27. Mrs. Robinson, 24. Star Wars theme, 21, and downhill from there. But you got a long way to go to take care of it. I never got to the David Korn article. Maybe I'll read it tomorrow. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Ann Coulter's Religious War. Republicans and conservatives say the darndest things. It's pretty damn good. David Korn, who's the Washington editor for the Nation magazine, writes pretty damn good stuff. Anyway, I'll be here tomorrow if there's any interest. There any interest?
No.
10 to noon. George will be with you all day on Friday. Have a great holiday.
Bye. The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
I got nothing, Dave.
Absolutely.
I'm sure of it.